record. Hi, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Emma. And this is our podcast, No Context, where we read fan fiction from fandoms that we are not a part of.
And then we guess the plot based on what we read. Welcome to a special episode. We are alive. We sometimes disappear for 2 months.
Yep.
And don't upload anything. And then we come back and act like everything's fine.
Everything is normal, nothing changed.
And that's just what we do here.
And that's what we do.
So, welcome to that. This episode, though, is going to be special. We've been preparing for it for a while.
Too long.
Yeah, because it's exciting. This is our breakdown of not the entire, but part of the Barbie Cinematic Universe, the BCU, if you will. We did not watch every Barbie movie.
No.
If you are not aware, because you had a sad childhood or something, there are entireties of films and film series starring Barbie, the doll, owned by the Mattel company. Yeah.
Love her.
Barbara Millicent Roberts.
There are 37?
Yeah, there's about 40 Barbie movies, and we just really did not have the emotional or mental energy nor the physical time to watch all of them. So we decided, we have seen a lot of them already. I was much more behind than Emma was, but we decided to go
I was a child much more recently.
Emma has been a child more recently than I have, so I missed out on a lot of the newer Barbie movies. So this was fun because I got to take this trip down, like, nostalgia lane. We picked our top 11, based on a couple things. We went by, like, general rating, so obviously some of the movies are better than the others. But also there are some movies that we like more than others. We also took out any movies that were like retellings of existing stories with one exception. So like we're not talking about Barbie Rapunzel, we are not talking about
Christmas
Barbie
Carol.
Swan Lake, we're not talking about Christmas Carol or Nutcracker. The exception to that is Barbie Princess and the Pauper because it does deviate enough from the original story, and also it's a banger.
Yes.
Also, it's the best film ever. So
Okay. Okay. Sure.
You know, just girly things.
Just girly things.
Something that's really special to me about the BCU, these films started coming out in the early 2000s, and they're, like, still coming out as of, I think, 2020. They're geared towards an audience of young girls, and the messages that they have in them are just, like, generally delightful. It's very much girl power, but not in this, like, corporatized way. It is very genuine in the messages that it sends, and you can tell that a lot of these films, the people involved really put a lot into it. Like, they care about the content as much as the viewers do. So, watching these films as someone in my mid-20s now that are, like, meant for children, I still had a really good time besides the nostalgia factor. So, it was more to me than just, like, oh yeah, these, you know, stupid kids movies that I watched when I was 10 or whatever. No, it was, like, way more meaningful than that for me.
I think they're timeless. They can be timeless.
Exactly. Because of their timelessness, the messages that they send are still very valuable. And they're just, like, really fun.
They're so fun.
Yeah. So, we're ranking these on a scale of our own design. Because we're quirky.
We're quirky like that.
We're not like other podcasts that review children's television and film. We are ranking categories. Our first category, how hot is the love interest? And the plot twist for some of these is that the love interest in these films is not always the intended love interest. In our opinions. How gay and or homophobic is the villain? There is a decent amount of that good old villain queer coding in Barbie films. with that being present so often, we were like, well, we gotta rank based on that. And Barbie movies have some fantastic, very fun villains. What crimes have the animal companions committed? A staple of Barbie movies, because these movies are made alongside toys that are being sold. So a common theme you see in a lot of these films is the magical girl transformation, where Barbie goes from wearing a normal dress to a sparkly princess dress. But we also see like animal companions in almost every film. Some of these are the most cursed looking creatures that I've ever seen in film.
Absolutely.
Like, the horror horror directors should be taking notes, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
What crimes have the animal companions committed, we will be diving into. And then our final category, how bad do we want to date Barbie in this film? How bad is Barbie in this movie? Because that's important.
It is. It is important. I feel like Barbie movies were really important to a lot of people as a sexual awakening.
Yeah, Barbie movies were important in many people's developing years. Who your Barbie movie crush was when you were 11 years old?
Screw your zodiac sign. I want to know who your Barbie movie crush was.
Who was your Barbie movie crush? And answer that for yourself, and that will tell you everything you need to know about you as a person.
Absolutely.
There it is. So those are the categories that we're working with.
Yes, and then later, after we go over the Barbie movies, I did make a quiz. I made a personality quiz where you answer my stupid questions and I tell you what Barbie movie character you are. And I'm very excited to dive into that after we talk about these movies.
We got like over 500 responses on this quiz that we put out.
Do you want me to check right now what we're at?
Yeah, what's our final count?
573 people have taken this quiz as of Monday, May 3rd, 2021.
Incredible. There you go. So we're going to go over the responses for that. And guys, they're amazing.
It's a good quiz.
I'm not sure what the information that we gathered tells us. Like, we finished the quiz, we started getting responses, and we were like, wow, this is popping off. And then we were like, but what are we gonna do with this?
I have spent so long trying to find a purpose for this quiz. Like, why did I make this? Why did we do this? And I've come to accept that there probably isn't one.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a purpose except that it was really fun.
There is no information to draw from the data.
It should tell you something about yourself as a person.
Yes, this is a self journey. It is a gift to you.
Yeah. All right.
Let's
jump into it. Movie number 1. We are going by year, by the way. So this is in like order of year released. As far as I know, I might have screwed up my order when I was making the spreadsheet, but I think it's okay.
It's close enough.
It's close enough. Number 1, Barbie as the Princess and the Pauper. This film
Timeless.
It is a classic. Like, even if you did not grow up watching all the Barbie movies, this one's a pretty big deal. So a lot of people have at least heard of it, if not seen it. If you are listening to this and you have not seen this film, please watch this movie. It is such a good time.
This episode it's just us recommending Barbie movies in disguise.
We are literally just gonna be
This is Barbie propaganda.
Well, it's not even subliminal messaging. It is overt propaganda. We are telling you right now.
Go watch these movies.
Go watch the Barbie
good.
movies, okay? This is not sponsored by the official Barbie company. This is not sponsored by Mattel, although I wish it was.
I wish it was.
Please, Barbara, bestow upon us your capitalist glory.
Please,
while we talk about your
begging.
amazing filmography. So, Barbie Princess and the Pauper, how hot is the love interest? I just have yes written down. One word, yes.
Yeah. So I have 3. The first one is Erica and Annalise, who are the 2 main characters. Barbie is Annalise.
And Barbie is also technically Erica.
Also, yes. Barbie Annalise is the princess and Erica is the pauper. And are they girlfriends? Maybe.
Okay. Now, I also felt this way after I rewatched this film.
Mm-hmm.
However, I am hesitant because shipping Barbie with herself, are we veering into Tumblr one-cest territory?
I'm going to ask you to take that sentence back, and I'm going to pretend like I never heard it. And I'm going to continue my life living happy, happy days, pretending that I never heard you say that sentence.
I just needed to pose the question because I knew that you were going to say something about that. And I feel I felt similarly. I was like, wow, Annalise and Erica, their chemistry. But then I realized it's literally just Barbie.
See, I guess I forgot that Barbie is also Erica, because in future movies where it is like the duo best friends, you know, the duo, one of them is usually, the brown-haired girl is usually Barbie's friend Teresa.
Yes, so that was what we were torn on, is if Erica is played by Teresa or not, but...
If Erica is Teresa, Erica Annalise writes.
Yeah.
If Erica is Barbie, I don't know.
Well, so here's the thing. The reason that I'm hesitant is that Annalise and Erica are both voiced by Kelly Sheridan.
That's kind
of
cursed.
Who is the voice of Barbie. And so I was like, let me clarify this real quick. So in the Barbie Cinematic Universe, movies like Princess and the Pauper, and then other ones we'll talk about later, Barbie is playing the Princess and the Pauper. So, like, yes. Barbie, the character, is playing another fictional character in the universe. It's, like, very meta.
It's an actor's AU.
Barbie Cinematic Universe is just an actor's AU, and they break the AU. Well, they don't break the AU. This is proven in later films that we will talk about.
Absolutely.
So, the character of Barbie is playing Annalise and Erica, and then, like, in later movies, there is, like, the Ken who plays other characters. Although Ken's identity is very unclear in the early movies for me.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of different men hanging around. Well, I shouldn't say a lot. Let me retract that statement. There are different men hanging around that all look exactly the same, and I'm not sure who is supposed to be the Ken. So I don't know if there is one in the beginning, but...
I don't think so. I'm going to agree with you on that one.
Yeah. So who knows?
Ken doesn't exist yet.
Ken?
Barbie hasn't willed Ken into existence yet.
Oh my gosh, is this like... I don't even know.
Is Ken a fig... You know what? I don't want to break into that.
I can't even get into that. I can't even get it. Anyway, how hot is the love interest? So we have Erica as a potential love interest, although she is played by Barbie. She is
also Barbie. I also have Julian and King Dominic.
So Julian is Princess Annalise's, like, steward or, like, what is he?
Yeah.
Right-hand guy.
Like her tutor or something.
That's... Well, okay.
I don't know why she needs a tutor, though.
But he tutors...
What is his purpose in this film?
He tutors Erica later on being a princess when she's pretending to be Annalise.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think he's Annalise's...
He's just some guy.
He's just some guy. He hangs out at the palace some guy. And he does palace things, but he is not royalty. That's very clear, like, social distinction. Okay, this is... Princess and the Pauper has a very... I would give my Marxist analysis of Princess and the Pauper. But I didn't really think about it before now, except for there is a class issue in the Princess and the Pauper. And that's it. That's my Marxist review. There's a class issue in Princess and the Pauper. Good job, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then King Dominic is the king that Princess Annalise is going to be married, like, arranged married to.
Mm-hmm.
Because the kingdom that they live in is, like, running out of resources. And so in order to keep their economy from collapsing, they're going to forge this, like, union with this neighboring kingdom in the form of a marriage with King Dominic. King Dominic is young and hot and kind of like a cool dude.
Yeah, Julian, I gave a 15 out of 10. King Dominic, I gave a 7 out of 10 because he's hot. He's got money. He's a king.
He does have money, yes.
But also...
Does he have a personality?
He's only there for like 5 minutes and doesn't have a personality.
Yeah, he doesn't really do anything except
which, you know what? That's fine.
He falls in love with the poor girl.
He falls in love with the poor girl while she's pretending to be Princess Annalise.
She's able to rise above her station, which you might be thinking, wow, problematic message. I don't think it's problematic at all. Poor people are oppressed by the system and cannot rise above their station until a hot, rich king comes and lifts them out of it. So actually, Princess and the Pauper is very true to life, okay?
It is very true to life, yeah.
And I'm happy for her. Erica getting swept off her feet by some king. Why should she say no to that?
Why should she say no? He's hot.
He's young and he's fit. And he has an entire country. He, like, runs a whole nation.
Yeah.
And also, like, abolished monarchies. Man. But also, like, you know.
But you know what? For the sake of this episode, I'm all about that. Outside of this episode, monarchy bad.
Monarchy bad, but, you know.
Here in the Barbie universe...
Hey, in the Barbie Cinematic Universe, yeah. Hey, King Dominic, what's up?
Hey, King.
How are you doing? Yeah, I would agree with that assessment, though. I think 7 out of 10 for Dominic is pretty... He's not bad. He actually is, like, a pleasantly nice man, which is refreshing from real life.
Yes.
And Julian is perfect in everything, and he was my first Barbie movie crush.
Yeah.
He's everything. Yeah, so yeah. I would even give him a 20 out of 10. Personally.
Okay.
Just for me.
Good.
He's the best. Good. So those are how hot is the love interest? Yes. The answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
How gay and homophobic is the villain?
I also just said yes.
Yeah. Yes.
I just said yes.
This film is like so the villain of this film is shockingly gay and homophobic. Like, yes. To an absurd point. He is a caricature.
You Google gay and homophobic villain and his name is Preminger. He's the guy who shows up.
Google images? Wait.
Everyone to go look at him right now, please.
Hold on. Gay and homophobic villain. We're Googling it just to see what comes up. Go to images. Does Preminger show up at all? Okay, well, I'm actually really disappointed. So I'm going to say Preminger is gay and homophobic into my phone every single day until it shows up on Google. But no, literally, Preminger is the king of gay and homophobic. Please go look up Preminger Barbie Princess and the Pauper.
Just look at him.
He is an icon. He is the kind of gay and homophobic that I support. Like, go off, king.
He sings a song. Go watch his song, and that will tell you everything that you need to know. And
also, just watch this film.
Two little himbos that follow him around.
Well, they're not himbos because they do not respect women.
That's true.
They are just stupid.
They're just stupid.
And ugly.
And they're not hot.
And I love that for them.
I love that for them.
Yeah, they're really great henchmen.
Yes.
And so, you know, yeah, good for them. But Preminger is also... He is voiced by Martin Short, and Martin Short, this dude puts everything, his entire career into this role.
Absolutely.
Like, it's like, am I watching a Barbie movie, or like, why did this man not win an Academy Award for this performance?
Absolutely.
It's incredible. Oh, I have written down Preminger is the blueprint.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah. Yeah. Because he is. He really is.
He literally is. Yeah, I think
gay and homophobic villains didn't exist until
Preminger, until 2003.
When was this? 2003?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't exist until then.
Yeah, he's the blueprint.
Until Preminger.
Okay, so next up, what crimes have the animal companions committed? Okay, so the first animal companion that we are introduced to is Serafina, who is Princess Annalise's little snooty cat.
I'm obsessed with her.
She's really cute, and she is, like, fun and not especially cursed as far as, like, animals go. For Serafina's crime, I didn't write down a specific actual, like, misdemeanor for her or anything. Oh, okay, these two go hand in hand. The second animal companion is Wolfie, who is Erica's, like, you know...
cat-like dog.
Garbage boy cat who acts like a dog.
Who acts like a dog.
And she sings a whole song about how she loves him just the way he is. And it's really cute. I have them paired together. Serafina is gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. And Wolfie is mansplain, manipulate, male wife.
Okay, that's great.
Thank you.
Serafina, I have... This isn't a crime, but it feels like it should be. Multi-level marketing.
Okay, see, gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Yes.
There you go. There you go.
What does she sell in her MLM?
Sell? I don't know. I feel like she would be really into, like, Mary Kay and Roden and Fields.
Yeah, beauty products.
She really gives off that energy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And for Wolfie, this I feel like is a little self-explanatory: identity fraud.
Wow. Yeah.
Identity fraud.
He steals people's identities to make money and stuff.
Exactly.
Fascinating. The last animal companion, well, he's the villain's companion. Midas is Preminger's, like, black poodle. And he has, like, a New Jersey accent for some reason.
And I hate him. He has his little snaggle tooth is gold.
He has, like, one gold tooth, and it's very unsettling.
It's very cursed.
And distracting. I gave him several crimes because he just seems like a dirty, rotten guy. Yeah. He has absolutely committed both embezzlement and fraud. I don't know in exactly what context, but it was to scam money from the poor to give to himself.
Absolutely.
There was nothing honorable about these financial scams. But I also have him down for the crime of bigamy, which is where you marry someone while you're married to someone else.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And it just seems like the kind, like, he would get married to someone. He just
seems like the guy.
Ditch them, not even bother to get a divorce or annulment, and then go marry someone else and be like, what's the big deal? Like, that just seems really funny to me.
Abandon his whole family.
Yeah.
For Midas, I have money laundering.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's all about the dollar bills for him in the worst way. Money is the root of all evil, and Midas is a great example of that. Yeah. So there you go.
All right. Ellie, would you date Barbie?
Barbie is so beautiful in this film. And Barbie is not the most beautiful character in all of the films for me, but in this one, I would absolutely... I think I like Annalise more than I like Erica.
Oh, interesting.
I know. I couldn't even explain why. Probably because I want someone to take care of me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But that being said, while Barbie is beautiful, my deep feral love for Julian knows no bounds.
Knows no bounds. Yeah, I have not my first choice. Barbie, out of all the characters in this movie, unfortunately, Barbie is not my first choice.
No.
I'm so sorry, Barbie.
Apologies to Barbie.
Seriously, prayers for Barbie.
Who is your first choice, though?
That is a great question.
The old lady queen.
I guess Erica does count as Barbie, but no, probably Julian.
He's an icon.
Julian, and then Erica, and then... yeah, Erica, then Annalise.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about the Russian horse in this film.
Whoa! The horse! I also forgot about the horse.
He's important. He helps Serafina and Annalise escape being kidnapped, because Preminger kidnaps them.
Okay, so not treason.
Oh, but like treason a little bit, though.
But also a little bit treason.
Or blackmail. I could see him being the kind of guy that blackmailed someone.
I could also see blackmail.
Back in the USSR, and
does
then
he ever
ran away
do the
to
little, like,
America.
the horse kick, you know?
He does do a horse kick. I'm almost positive.
Murder. There we go. Done.
Yeah.
Next crime.
Okay, yeah, he committed murder.
He committed murder.
Is he murder in self-defense or just, like, murder for...
No, for fun. Murder for fun.
He's a cool guy, though. He's one of those guys that's like, yeah, I did a stint in the clink for murder, but like you've been hanging out with him and having a good time with him for the past like 4 hours.
Yeah.
And he just drops that bomb on you and you're like, okay, I'm sitting with a murderer. Except he says it in a Russian accent. I did a stint in the clink for murder. And you're like,
I
okay.
hate you.
I know.
Like, okay. I also do want to mention, I didn't put this in the spreadsheet. I don't know why I didn't put it in the spreadsheet.
Okay.
But I also, for all the movies, if there was a possibility for enemies to lovers, Queen Genevieve.
Don't do this.
Preminger.
Stop. I have some horrible news for our listeners. If you look up Barbie Princess and the Pauper on Archive of Our Own, one of the most popular ships is Annalise's mom, the Queen Genevieve, and Preminger.
Absolutely it is.
And it is,
it is atrocious.
It's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
This
I don't know how else to
a
explain
funny
it.
crack ship. If you take any Barbie movie ship seriously, I'm so happy for you. But this is like bottom crack ship.
Yeah, it is the like ultimate form of crack ship that I've ever seen. But people take it so like the drama in some of these stories is truly horrifying. So I don't know. Do with that what you will. And we're gonna move on. Goodbye, Barbie Princess and the Pauper.
Next,
Barbie Fairytopia. Here we go. Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
I actually don't really care that much about this movie. I've seen it several times. I know the plot really well. I just, like, I don't know. There's something unsettling about it to me because the world feels so empty.
Thank you for saying it because I couldn't pinpoint it, but you're so right.
There's something so uncanny about it because Barbie, as the fairy, what's her name? Elena is flying around doing her little Barbie fairy adventure things.
Absolutely.
And there's like nobody else there. And
no one.
It's set in these like giant palaces and these big mushroom forests and stuff
but
like that.
It's completely abandoned.
But it's empty and it is very
It's like those
creepy.
Those YouTube videos of like exploring abandoned theme park.
Barbie Fairytopia is just urban exploring but in a fantasy setting.
Absolutely.
Urban Explorer AU. Someone write that down. Someone write me Urban Explorer AU. Any fandom. I don't even care. I just really love the idea all of a sudden.
I just think that's really fun.
So, in Barbie Fairytopia, how hot is the love interest?
Well, I have 4 written down.
I also have 4 written down.
I'm so intrigued to hear yours. So I have number 1, Azura. 10 out of 10. Azura is this beautiful blue fairy who Alina goes to for help to
She's
save
one of like the leaders.
Kingdom. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with her. She's so beautiful. The next love interest I have is his character's name is Nalu. I have him written down as L Death Note because it is the same voice actor as L from Death Note.
Yeah. Which is the reason that the Death Note Mermaidia crossover fanfiction exists on Archive of Our Own. In case anybody has looked through Death Note crossover fanfics like we did for our Death Note episode and comes across that is why that exists.
Absolutely. I have Dandelion, who is the little yellow-orange aesthetic fairy. It's Elena's best friend. She's kind of dumb, but I love her. Yeah, she I have written down, she's like got girl next door energy. She's childhood friends to lovers. Yeah. 100%. And then the last one I have, you're not going to like this. I feel like I know what this is because I think it's the same thing that I have written down. Okay, so you know the butterfly man? Yeah, the butterfly named Hugh. That has a really smooth Hugh. British accent and has kind of like Hugh Grant energy. Yes. Yes. This one I just have Hugh X female reader, 10 out of 10. I have hot in a Hugh Grant way. That's what I have written down for him. Yeah, that's not the same.
No, but like there is some tension between them, between Barbie and Hugh
Between
the butterfly
me and
man.
Hugh.
Between me and Hugh, yeah. Hugh
and
X
Hugh.
female reader.
Hugh X female reader. Yeah.
Self-insert Fairytopia
Self-insert.
fanfiction. Yeah, no.
If someone listening is inspired by that,
please
send me a link.
Send the link. Twitter is at podnocontext. Send it.
Send it.
We are waiting.
Please. Instagram and TikTok DMs are open.
For some reason, though, no, for real, Hugh the butterfly, he showed up, and the first interaction they had, I was like, I did not remember the tension being this palpable between them when I was a child.
Why is he so sexy?
Why did they make the butterfly man sexy?
Why did they make the butterfly man sexy?
Like, he's a little haunting looking, but he is hot.
He's hot. For the people who haven't seen this movie, Hugh the butterfly man, in a world of fairies, you would assume, okay, it's a man with butterfly wings. No,
he's straight up an anthropomorphic butterfly, dude.
Straight up a butterfly.
One of the writers just wrote their persona boyfriend fantasy. Their fantasy boyfriend persona.
Does he have, like, 2 arms and 2 legs? Or does he have... Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, wait, now that you said that, I actually don't know.
Oh, I gotta look it up.
Yeah, I don't know if he has 4 arms or not. I think he only has 2 arms and 2 legs, but now I don't know.
Oh my gosh, he's so sexy. What is
going
on
here? He's so sexy, and his voice, dude. Right.
Dude, why are all of these pictures cropped of, like, just his head up?
Because
no one wants to show how
Google
ripped
doesn't want to show you the goods, Emma.
Google doesn't want to show me the goods. Literally, please, can I just get a single photo of Hugh Butterfly Man? No. What is going on here? I will never know.
Bro, I can't deal with this. I think
he has 2 arms and 2 legs. Oh, because he wears those, like, stupid big gloves.
Yes. No, I think he has 2 arms and 2 legs. He's got, like, Mickey Mouse gloves.
He does, and it's really fun. There's a lot of pictures of Bibble when you look up Hugh Butterfly Man. You get a lot of Bibble.
I don't want to see that.
I looked up Hugh Fairytopia. Maybe I should have looked up Hugh Butterfly Man.
He has 2 arms and 2 legs. He wears a little suit.
Thank goodness.
He has, like, a fur, like, low shoulder fur collar, which is so sensual. Yes.
It really is.
Like, those characters. Also, he's very tall.
That was a conscious decision. This character design was a conscious decision.
They knew what they were doing when
they knew exactly what they were doing, and they knew exactly what it would do to me.
Well, okay. I don't know if they knew, because this is a little cursed.
It's a little cursed, you're right.
But Hugh the butterfly,
I say all that mostly as a joke.
If you see
but he is sexy.
He is sexy. If you see him standing next to Alina, it is shocking their size difference. Anyway, no, Hugh is a totally valid love interest that came out of nowhere. It hit me like a truck. I was like, where is this coming from?
I forgot he existed.
Azura, to me, is not a love interest. She is a MILF that shows up for 2 seconds, but she and Barbie didn't have enough interactions for me personally to be like, definitely.
Okay, let me tweak it a little bit.
Okay.
Azura X female reader.
Okay, yeah.
Azura X reader. I am reader.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense to me. Mermaid Prince Nalu, I just have hot written in parentheses.
Absolutely. They don't have enough interactions in the first movie, but they definitely do in the second movie.
Yeah, we see a lot more of Nalu in the sequel, but, like, Nalu is very cool.
He's very cool.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. And, like, he is one of those, like, he's all snotty to Alina the first time he meets her, but then he sees how hot she is, and he's like, oh, sorry. Like, it's really funny. Please watch Barbie Fairytopia. It's not my favorite, but it's still fun.
It's really fun.
Speaking of fun, how gay and homophobic is this villain?
The villain, homophobic. The villain, whose name is Laverna. That's how one of the fairies said. Laverna. I can't not say it like that, because that's how Topaz says it in the movie. Laverna.
It's so distracting.
Really quick, though, Topaz was so beautiful, and I was, like, so excited.
Oh, yeah,
to hear her
gorgeous.
sexy hot voice,
and then
she
her
opened
voice,
her mouth,
and it's like,
and it
wah,
was,
wah, wah.
It was ruined. Laverna. Like, no, please.
Yeah, no, she sounds like a Peanuts adult.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stop. Yes. So Laverna, the villain, who is, I've decided, is just homophobic.
Because we talked about this last night. We were trying to decide, is she gay and homophobic? Because her outfit is insane. And her whole aesthetic is very, like, over the top. So we were like, oh, maybe she's gay and homophobic. But you made a really good point.
I think she's just homophobic because she kidnaps and hate crimes all the gay people. The main fairies, like the leader fairies, all of them together make a rainbow, and that is a part of the plot. They're the colors of a rainbow. She literally collected every color of the rainbow to steal their power. That is just homophobia.
Yeah, she is just wildly homophobic, and that's that.
And that's that.
So, goodbye, Laverna. You are canceled.
Canceled. Get out of here.
Yeah. So, animal companions in this film, technically there's only one. I think it's just Bibble.
Oh, Bibble.
If you don't know what or who Bibble is, you are blessed. I know I just told everyone to watch this movie. I hate Bibble. He became kind of a meme on TikTok last year for some reason. And like he was going around as a reaction meme on Twitter for a while. And I got upset every time I had to see him because I hate him so much. He's this little like fluff ball fairy type.
Yeah.
Like, he has wings, he can fly.
Puffball guy.
And he is kind of cute at first glance, but his voice is so grating, and the noises he makes are so, like, scary.
Talking about him and you just saying his name, I can, like, hear it. It's like white noise in my head. Yeah. And I don't like it. It's very unpleasant.
It's just gonna get worse. I have written down...
It's just gonna get worse!
Bibble is an eldritch abomination, and I stand by that. I think that he is an eldritch god. He came down to mess with humans for his own entertainment, and he's just doing the things that he does and acting the way that he does in this, like, fluffball form to mess with people and to make them
just
like
cause chaos,
feel comfortable around him, and he causes some kind of like, you know, little pranky actions, but I think that Bibble is just biding his time until he starts
there's
committing
definitely
full
an ulterior
atrocities.
Motive.
Yeah, like we're building up to something. He hasn't been in a movie in a while, but I am frightened.
I'm also frightened because the animation has gotten better.
Much better, yeah.
And I don't want to see better quality Bibble.
I don't want to see Bibble in 4K.
I don't want to see Bibble in 4K.
Throw out that 1080p screen. I do not want to see it. No, absolutely
I don't want to see it. I also have Bibble Eldritch God.
Yeah, no, Bibble is canceled. This is official statement. I don't want him here. Like, Laverna, that's an easy cancellation. She kills gay people.
She killed gay people.
She kills gay people.
Or she tried.
She tried to kill gay people. Bibble didn't technically do anything yet, but there is something so unsettling about him. But the keyword is yet. Exactly. I don't trust that man.
No.
Yeah, no. How bad do we want to date Barbie in this film? I do not care for Alina at all. Like, her hair, whack. Her clothes, whack. The way that she walks, whack.
There's a lot going on.
But Nalu? Hello. Hugh the butterfly? Unfortunately. Hello absolutely. To that man.
I am Azura. Emma's
number one Azura stan. Yeah.
Absolutely. I just realized that I do have a little notes section underneath Fairytopia, and it says, homophobic woman kidnaps and hate crimes 7 gay people, which, yes, true, we talked about that.
Yeah.
Barbie is the only productive person in the entire film. Also correct. People try to do things and nothing happens.
No. The only person that does anything for her is Hugh, because he flies her around. Because, the whole part of the plot is that she's a wingless fairy.
She doesn't have wings.
She doesn't have wings. She hasn't, grown them or earned them yet.
I don't know.
It's not like a personal failing of hers. She just hasn't, because she has to be different.
Is it a birth defect?
Well, she gets wings later, but
that's true. She does get wings later. But that's through fairy magic.
Yeah, she's given them.
That's so interesting.
Which seems really rude. Like, why didn't someone give her wings before? They were intentionally disabling her and enabling everyone else.
Why did she have to earn them?
Is there a... Yeah, this is kind of a problematic message about ableism that we can
This is quite interesting.
Here. All right.
The last thing I have written down is just the Cards Against Humanity card, the 8 gay warlocks that dictate the rules of fashion.
Oh my gosh!
Anyone who's played Cards Against Humanity probably knows that card. It's very fun. It's one of my favorite cards.
I'm speechless. That is literally just the plot of Fairytopia.
That's the plot.
That's insane.
And Fairy Secret. That's also the plot of Fairy Secret.
Well, a little bit, but I don't think there are that many
You're right.
fairy leaders as much as but there are literally like 8. There's the 7 fairies and then the queen
and
who is 8.
Oh yeah, the queen.
Well, Laverna's sister, who she also kept in like a coma.
Yeah, hate crime.
Yeah, she's hate
gay.
criming all around.
She's just hate criming everyone.
She has to be gay.
She has to be gay.
But Laverna is the one straight character.
Laverna is the one straight. Absolutely.
No rights.
Absolutely.
None.
Okay, next up we got, what is it? Magic of the Pegasus?
Okay, so Magic of the Pegasus I have complicated feelings about because I remember watching it a lot as a kid because I love the ice skating in it so much.
Right.
And I still do. I watched it again and I enjoyed the ice skating part of it. But it just, I don't know. The pacing is so terrible.
It's
which you're thinking it's a kid's movie, Ellie, of course, like get over it. No. The other Barbie movies do not generally have this issue. The pacing in Magic of the Pegasus is so awful.
Yeah.
And it's such a slog to get through. But how hot is the love interest? There is a love interest. It's Aiden.
Yeah.
People love him.
I don't like him. I put 5 out of 10.
I don't like hate him. I wrote Aiden is fine, comma, a passable man.
Yes.
He
absolutely.
Is just fine. He's very middle of the road. Unfortunately, I really love that toxic trope where like the man and the woman like argue and like hate each other and then they eventually fall in love through the wacky adventures that they're forced into together.
Are you okay?
No. I don't have a therapist anymore. So I'm doing really bad. So all of a sudden I love toxic men for no reason.
Cool. Yeah.
Aiden is not that toxic. It's just like that's their whole like Aiden and what's Barbie's name in this movie?
I didn't write it down.
I don't know her name. I keep calling her Barbie anyway, so
yeah, I keep calling her Barbie.
Aiden and Barbie, that's their whole like dynamic in the beginning, and then they eventually like and like Aiden has his own character development that is interesting. He isn't just like a cardboard cutout of a person, but he's still much more boring to me compared to all of the other men in the Barbie movies. So
gives off the energy of I will help you if it's convenient to me.
He's kind of Flynn Rider a little bit, but
Flynn Rider is
hot and sexy.
Hot and sexy. Yeah. I think we talked about this, and maybe we didn't. I hope we did, because this is just gonna... So the villain, his name is Wenlock.
Yeah.
And his whole thing is that he's trying to get Barbie to marry him. And he's had all like these different wives that... What happened to them?
So they were turned into like these goblin creatures that he like slave labors.
Cool. Okay, so that's Wenlock. Bad guy. Wenlock X Reader, 8 out of 10.
Yeah, actually, unfortunately, maybe this is the whole like I'm attracted to toxic men now.
Oh no.
Wenlock is sexy, and I've always thought he was sexy, and I was nervous when I was rewatching this film because I haven't seen it since I was probably like 12 years old. So it's been well over a decade. Yeah. And I was like, if I find Wenlock hot again, and then I did, and I was like, wow, I hate it here. I hate it here. He's so like flamboyant and like fun and also like a loser. He sucks.
I just have gay. He's not, I don't think he's necessarily homophobic. He seems pretty... He just seems pretty gay.
He is an equal opportunity himself
hater with women.
Yeah, he's mean to everyone, so it's not technically homophobic because he doesn't hate people because they're gay. He's just mean to everyone equally, regardless of their sexuality.
He doesn't discriminate.
No, and that's really cool of him. I have Wenlock is gay, but that don't mean he ain't straight.
Yes. Absolutely.
His sexuality is misogyny, is what I have written down.
You're so right. You're so right.
Yeah, and at the end of the movie, spoiler alert for Magic of Pegasus, his wives, like, Barbie breaks the spell and his wives get ungoblinified and they, like, bully him. There's, like, 3 of them, and that is such a sexy ending to a film. So satisfying.
It's so good.
Yeah, really, really great work, so everyone.
Good. So the animal sidekick, there's a little polar bear named Shiver. Shivers?
I am anti-Shiver. Like it's Shiver. This is a Shiver hate account, dude.
I also don't like Shiver.
Shiver is a little uncanny looking. A lot of the problem with, like, this older animation is that they can do human faces just fine. And, like, the body movement rigging is actually pretty good for how old these movies are. Shiver is so, like, some of the animals, they give them these almost human faces, like they give them kind of human eyes, but they're on the body of a bear, and it's horrifying.
And it's horrifying because they're also bigger than they should be.
They're bigger than they should be. Yeah, no, it's creepy. Shiver also has the most annoying voice. I'm so sorry to whoever voiced Shiver. I don't mean to insult your abilities as an actor, but oh my gosh, Shiver makes me want to die. You made a choice here. Yeah, the crime that I have assigned to Shiver is, there's some backstory to this. So, Shiver committed vehicular manslaughter, and it was years ago, and it was someone that she genuinely didn't like, so it was technically an accident, but she probably could have prevented it or at least lessened the damage, but she decided to just keep going, and that man, it was a man, of course, that man died, and she has a person's blood on her hands, and so she lives with the guilt every single day.
Oh, interesting.
But she also, like, she feels guilty that she, like, it's this secret, because everyone is like, oh my gosh, that's such a traumatic thing for you to go through, I'm so sorry. But in reality, in her head, she's like, but I wanted that man dead. And she has to live with that every day. Yeah, so that's the crime that I have assigned to Shiver the polar bear.
I didn't give the polar bear a crime because I forgot that the polar bear existed until before we started this episode.
Until, like, 5 seconds ago. Yeah, no, that's fine. How bad do we want
enemies to lovers as Barbie and Aiden.
Oh, yeah, and I love a good enemies to lovers, so that's probably why I'm fine with him being the love interest, because they're really, unless you ship Barbie and Wenlock, which is a choice.
Very illegal.
Now listen, it is illegal. Barbie is, like, really young, and Wenlock is, like, canonically an adult, so it's a little weird. He wants to marry Barbie for the power. Like, he wants to take control of the kingdom, but also, like, I don't know, other things? I genuinely can't remember.
It felt a little weird, though.
No, it's super weird, but the other reason is that I ship Wenlock with me.
Yeah.
So, like, Barbie, get out of here, you know?
Barbie, get out of here. Yeah.
How bad do we want Barbie in this film? I do...
Oh my gosh, her name is Annika.
Oh!
Annika,
yes.
It just hit me. Like
okay, I love that name.
It's kind of fun. I don't know.
Yeah, I really love her hair. I remember it's, like, long, but it has, like, a low ponytail in the back.
Yes, it's good.
And that's a really good look. But Barbie's older sister?
Yes. Yes.
Like, come on, dude. She's a Pegasus for most of the movie, but when she gets turned back into a human, it's like, oh, okay. Hey there. Hey.
Hey there.
Hey. Huge fan. So, Pegasus' sister, I don't even know her name, but Pegasus' sister is at the top of my list for that film. Yeah.
Okay. We got Mermaidia next.
Barbie Fairytopia : Mermaidia. So Mermaidia is the sequel to Barbie Fairytopia, but it takes place mostly in the neighboring nation? I don't know. Like, they're you know, where the mermaids live. right? This film is fantastic. It is easily better than Fairytopia. So
Yes.
Watch Mermaidia. For love interests, this is easy. So Nalu is actually not really a love interest in this movie. They do have interactions that could be interpreted that way, but Nalu gets with the other female character by the end of the film. Her name is Nori. She is the
My girlfriend.
Quirky, angry.
She's my girlfriend.
Blue hair mermaid girl, and we are dating. Yeah. She is so like sassy and also mean. And Nori and Alina are like enemies to lovers, 100%. Although the enemies part is one-sided because Nori is mean to Alina for no reason, and Alina is just trying to get stuff done, and she's like, girl, are we really doing this right now? Please. Yeah. And Nori just wants to be a jerk, and so I love that. It's really
fun.
And then Dandelion is still there, the best friend.
Dandelion is still there.
So that's still an option.
The villain is
Laverna
the same
again.
villain.
Yeah.
It's Laverna, except this time I have no notes next to this, so I'm not sure what this means. The first time we said, oh no, I am wrong. I just was looking at the wrong movie. That's hilarious. Yeah, Laverna is homophobic.
Yeah, still wildly homophobic. That's just what I have written down.
Why does it say this? She's gay. No, she's homophobic. I was looking at the wrong movie.
Yeah, no, she's still homophobic, and that doesn't change.
No, still bad.
And that doesn't improve.
Yeah.
For animal companions, Bibble is still here, sad face. And then there's this cursed turtle and a significantly less cursed dolphin. It's the same issue where the turtle has like 2 humanoid features and it's very disturbing. Yes. Both wanted for drug possession. They run a ring together for the citizens of Mermaidia. Yeah.
That's good.
They're partners in crime, which is really fun for them.
I do like that.
Yeah. Do you have anything for them?
I just Bibble.
Yeah, Bibble, cursed. How bad do we want Barbie in this film?
I want Nori so bad.
Yeah, I like Barbie is a little bit hotter in this movie than she was in Fairytopia.
Yes.
But like Nori,
but not enough.
No, not enough. Nori and Nalu, it's like not even a competition to me.
Barbie, get out of the way.
They're so beautiful. Yeah.
They're just so beautiful.
I have 2 hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Next, Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses. This
obsessed
film
with this movie.
Is so fun and like magical. It is the ultimate like young fantasy of disappearing to some magical, beautiful place to escape your real world issues, but like through the power of love and family. It's wonderful. So there is a dead mom, of course.
Of course.
And she popped out 12 daughters who are all princesses. The love interest in this film, there really isn't a strong one, but Derek the shoe guy, he's like this, I don't know, I don't want to call him a peasant because he's not really a peasant, but he's just like a commoner that is what are shoe people called? Peddler? That doesn't sound right.
Cobbler,
thank you.
Yeah.
Derek is a cobbler that like comes and fits the princesses for like
their ballet
shoes for ballet shoes every once in a while,
and he has the worst parrot just ever.
Yeah, so okay, we'll get to the animal companions later. Derek, I like 5 out of 10. He's cute. I do think he's cute, but like he and Genevieve have almost no interactions.
Yeah, and
so he is there to be a man and to have kind of like, you know, quirky, flirty moments with Barbie's character, but that's about it.
I do have a second love interest.
Really?
Yeah. You know, so in the movie, they discover this magical world. This sounds insane. Explaining any plot of a Barbie movie, it just always sounds insane.
We always sound like crazy people, yeah.
Barbie and her 11 sisters, too many. They discover this magical world where they can dance all they want, and they can have anything that they want, and they need dancing partners. And so these golden statues
come to life.
Step down. They come to life. Yeah. They step down to dance with them. Stop. I do have those golden fake men written in my notes.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I mean, don't know.
You're not wrong.
Thank you.
Oh my, I'm okay.
Maybe not for maybe not a love interest for Barbie.
But no, they do dance with her older sisters, and that's like a whole thing. Okay, all right. Like well, you've stated your case. Thank you. It's up to the people's court now, you know?
Okay. I'll take that.
Yeah, the villain. Okay, I have so many things to say. I have so many things to say about hot lady villain Rowena. First of all, her name is Rowena.
Yes.
First things first. She is not gay. Well, she might be gay, but it doesn't matter. She is so homophobic. Matter. She hate crimes. We Emma and I have decided it's canon now.
It's canon now. We said
it. The king, Genevieve's dad, is bisexual. Mm-hmm. It's just because he just is. He has almost no interactions with other men in the movie, but like he's bi.
But like he just is. But he just is. At least 6 of those kids are gay.
Oh yeah. 50%.
At least 6 of them. At least 50% of those kids are queer. And so, yeah. Like, she was homophobic to her bisexual cousin and his 6+ gay kids.
And he's widowed. So, like, there's another layer of, like, hate to that is just so tragic.
Really just driving it in there.
Yeah. Also, I found this out last night, but she's voiced by Catherine O'Hara, and that clocked me so hard. I had to sit down. I love Catherine O'Hara so much. I should rewatch it because she's like such a big actor crush for me, even though she is like almost old enough to be my grandmother.
And you know what? That's okay.
Yeah, but also it's like I'm allowed.
Yeah, it's fine.
Know? I can have that as a treat. Mm-hmm. I can have a little Catherine O'Hara crush as a treat.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that made sense why I was like so into I was like, yeah, Rowena, this girl's got everything.
That does make a lot more sense.
She's got the big hair, she's got the dress, she's got the bad attitude and the snotty accent. She has the homophobia. I was like, I love this woman. And then it's Catherine O'Hara. I was like, oh, of course. Do you animal companions?
Animal companions, there is a little cat named Twyla. There is the parrot named Felix, and there's also a monkey that I forgot about, whose name is Brutus, apparently.
And he is the worst thing that's ever happened.
He is the worst. For Brutus, I have harassment, and then I have plus more unknown.
He just got a whole rap sheet.
He just got a whole lot going on.
He is a menace. Yeah, Brutus, I have public indecency. This dude has no boundaries, and he has no issue, like, terrorizing people, especially women.
Especially
and I hate
women,
him.
You're so right.
Yeah. Twyla the cat, I have... I just have written down cop. I don't remember why, but, like, I guess I really hated her.
That is hilarious. She's a little annoying, but...
yeah, I don't know.
That is hilarious.
But in parentheses, I have entrapment, which is where police, like, push a person to commit a crime that they normally would not commit and then pin the crime on them. Which is just, like, a horrible,
not great.
You know, like, injustice and, like, abuse of power. And if she's a cop, that just naturally seems like something that she... But again, I don't even remember why I said that. So, I don't know. Kind of fun.
Kind of a little fun.
So there you go.
Yeah. Let's talk about Felix.
Felix the parrot, inexplicably, I think he has what's supposed to be an Indian accent. Like, you know, a like caricature of one, and it is really just offensive. So I have Felix the parrot. His existence is a hate crime. Like, it's... I was shocked when he started talking. I was like, what year did this come out? Like, why do we have a character that sounds like this that's probably voiced by a white man?
Yeah.
It was, like, so uncomfortable. I was like, okay, I guess we're doing this. Like, what?
I guess this is happening now.
Zoinks.
Do you want to date Barbie?
In this film, I do like Genevieve. I think she's cute, but she has several older sisters that are like
she does
closer to my real life age, and I especially am in love with Blair.
I also have Blair written
Blair
down,
is so
but
beautiful.
also Fallon. Fallon is the girl with the blonde hair and the brown eyes. Oh my gosh. I think she wears some form of pink. They all have different, semi-different color schemes.
Like colors, because they're all assigned a different like gemstone and flower. That's like part of the plot.
Yeah.
Blair is the red dress, black-haired sister.
Black hair, red dress.
I think she's so beautiful.
She's so beautiful. I also have Dilf.
Oh my gosh, Genevieve's dad, the king. Are you kidding me?
He's so hot.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He's so hot.
Yeah.
He's
Dilf of my dreams. Absolutely.
Seriously.
100%.
Hello? I'm on my way.
Yeah, I'm actively, like, I'm in the car. On my way. I'm going.
If you look like this,
he's great.
Please hit me up.
Please DM me. Yeah. And
my DMs are open.
Love Rowena, but she's so toxic that
I can't do it.
I couldn't have a conversation with her because I would
I can do toxic men, but I can't do toxic women.
I know. It's because of misogyny, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Because that sounded really like, I hate women.
That really sounded like Emma hates women.
I'm gonna cancel you.
Thank you.
But also, I
hate
understand.
Women.
I think it's actually, okay, I think there's a reason for this. I think it's because we, like, the way that toxic men are, they're written differently than toxic women. We are supposed to generally still be charmed by toxic men, sometimes because they are seen as the good guys. They're being written as good guys, but they still have toxic traits. Toxic women are always villains. Like, I can't think of a female character in, like, children's media that is toxic or, like, obnoxious that is supposed to be seen as, like, a good person.
This is not something that I expected to talk about in a Barbie episode, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah, we're breaking down gender stereotypes in film. And I am not a film guy, so I don't, like, if anyone is more versed in, like, feminism and writing in film, I would love to hear your more nuanced and probably better take than the very short little blip that I just gave.
Yeah.
So there you go. But no, I love Rowena. I think she's so hot, but also, like, I hate her. So
yeah.
There you go. Next movie.
We got Island Princess.
Barbie as the Island Princess. Dude.
Good movie.
Very good film. Very good film.
The soundtrack is one of the best out of all the Disney? That's the wrong one.
Excuse me? Yeah. Out of
Barbie.
The entire BCU, Island Princess is, like, top 5 soundtracks for me.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe even top 3. Like, it's so fun and so good.
The song that Barbie sings with the love interest, and the lyrics do not apply to him at all, so I found it really funny that it was a duet.
Like, why is he even there? Yeah, literally.
Literally, why is he even there? What's going on? That song is beautiful. It's beautiful.
I think about it a lot. No, I
think about it a lot. I cry every time.
I just listen to it for fun.
Yeah. It's so
because it's
good.
Really, really good. Yeah, great soundtrack. Really, really I have a lot of things to say, so we might be talking about this for a hot minute.
Okay.
Love interest, obviously. This one has a very obvious love interest. Like, Barbie ends up with him at the end of the movie. Her name is Ro in this movie. Prince Antonio.
Oh my gosh, hello.
Is so hot. He might be my, like, number 2 right behind Julian.
He has my heart.
He has my heart, body, and soul. Okay. He is a jock and kind of a himbo. Okay, and have you seen The Swan Princess?
That's a great question.
Okay. For anyone that has seen The Swan Princess, I hope you understand what I'm saying. He has the same energy as the prince from The Swan Princess at the beginning of the movie. He's like, oh, you're so beautiful. And Odette is like, what else? Trying to get him to, like, you know, be less shallow. And he's like, what else is there? And that's the conflict of the film, is that she runs off all upset and then turns into a swan. And then by the end of the movie, he has learned that there is more to love and attraction than just like her being pretty. But Antonio and Ro don't actually interact in meaningful ways in this movie. The most of the time when they interact, it is him defending her being there to the other people, because Barbie's character was raised on an island. That's why she's the island princess. She was like shipwrecked there. So she grew up on this island from the time she was like 10, I think, because she's like 18 or 19 in the movie. So she's been there for like almost a decade with these animals, and she is just there hanging out, having a good time, kind of Tarzaning it up. And then Antonio is like a sailor. Well, he's a prince, but like his true passion is like adventure and travel and seeing the world. Yeah. And so he and his like partner guy end up on her island, and they like, she saves them from like crocodiles or something. And he's like immediately like smitten, like he falls in love with her right away, and she's very intrigued by this other human because she hasn't seen another human in like a decade. And she also can't remember like her past life, so she doesn't even remember like her given name or anything like that. So he invites her to come back to his kingdom with him so that she can experience, like, be with other humans again. Instead of being shipwreck abandoned on this island in the middle of nowhere. So she goes with him, and everyone in the kingdom, like, hates that she's there because she's weird. You know, she doesn't know, like, all of the social
She doesn't have a
cues.
place in their society.
Yeah, and so they think that she's weird, and they think that she's, like, you know, like, not polite or, like, not socially acceptable. And so most of their interactions, seriously, it's just him being like, no, but I love her, or like, no, she's really great, and you need to give her a chance, and you're being shallow by not accepting her.
Yeah, she's different than other girls.
She's not like other girls. He is such a simp. I love Prince Antonio because he is hot and he's kind of stupid, and I love a simple man. However, I do have beef with this movie because it was not as good as I, like, remembered it being, which was really disappointing. The music still slaps, but it's such a weird message because Barbie's development, she does find her birth mom. Like, they reunite and she remembers her past, and that is really lovely.
And her mom is so hot.
And her mom is so beautiful. But, like, Barbie was fine.
Yeah, Barbie was fine. There was no problem.
There was really no problem her living on the island. She was, like, wondering where, like, what her past was. That was a question that was on her mind. And when she gets to the kingdom, she's like, oh, maybe I could figure out who I am and where I'm from. But Antonio doesn't really do anything to help her solve that problem. And his parents are also trying to marry him off to this other girl who I love. She's so cute, and she has this cute little British accent, and she has an evil homophobic mom. But she doesn't really have any characterization either. She herself is not a bad person. She's just, like, unfortunately caught up in this conflict. But she has no character development or personality.
Yeah.
Outside of that. At the end of the movie, she's like, no, you guys be together and be in love. I don't even want to be here. I want to go. I think she says that she wants to go, like, study to be...
I don't remember.
A writer or something. She, like, wants to go to school cool. Or something.
Really happy for her.
Yeah, which is, like, fun for her. Like, good for her, you know. But it was so random. And I was like, okay, so we're just throwing in this, like, random girl power. Like, I don't want to be I don't want to be a rich girl married off to a stranger. I want to go to school, which isn't a bad thing. But it was so random that I was like...
It was out of nowhere.
Okay. And then Prince Antonio, the only thing that we're really shown him liking Ro for is, like, her adventurous spirit and her natural curiosity. But it really is just like, oh, she likes climbing trees like me. That's literally, like, oh, she likes outside, too. Like, she's a jock like me. It very much is, like, she's not like other girls, like you said, but also she's one of the guys.
Ooh, yes.
is kind of what it felt like. And I was like, no! No, don't do this to me. But they did it to me. They had to do it to me. Well, they didn't have to, and they did it anyway, and I was really kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
But it's still a really fun movie, so I was really torn, because I was like, oh man, this is not what I remembered it being.
Yeah.
But Prince Antonio is still
he's so hot.
Handsome, and, like, fun.
Yeah.
And he's, like, a genuinely nice guy, and he does really try to, like, he caters to Ro and, like, her level of comfort. That no one else will, because everyone else expects her to conform, but he never once asks that of her, which is nice. So that's pretty much it. He's really the only love interest that the other girl could have been a great love interest. They could have had kind of
Luciana written down.
They could have a gang up moment where they're like, you know, say no to the status quo and, like, push back against all of these, like, misogynistic things that are being pushed on them. But no, they don't have a girl power moment. They are just kind of helpless in the situations that they've been put in, and it's kind of a bummer.
It is a bummer.
So, the villain...
homophobic.
The villain in this film is Luciana, the other girl's mom, and she sucks. I was, like, shocked at how angry she made me. Yeah, I hate her so much. And, like, great villain, because I hated her so much.
Yeah.
The evil mom is so horrible, and she's very excited to marry her beautiful daughter off to Prince Antonio, because her whole goal is, if her daughter is the next in line for queen, then she will be the powerful girl boss mom controlling.
Yeah, because she can manipulate her daughter.
And their relationship is genuinely terrifying.
It's so scary.
It's so scary and, like, abusive, and they go heavy on that. Like, they do not shy away from how manipulative the mom is, and how, like, the girl is so scared of her own mom because of the way that she treats her.
The only moment where I think Luciana feels free from her mom is when she pushes her mom in the mud, or her mom falls in the mud and is like, Luciana, help me, and Luciana just walks away. It's a good moment.
Queen. It is. It's this, you know, symbolic moment of, I'm not just walking away from my mom falling in the mud, I'm walking away from the control that she had over me before. So absolutely. that is a nice moment. But yeah, no, their relationship is genuinely terrifying. It was actually done really well, because I was like, oh wow, this is actually frightening. And Antonio's parents, they are not gay. They're very straight, and they are homophobic.
They're very straight. They are. His dad is so aggressive in the things that he, like, believes in. It's unnecessary. And his mom just doesn't care about anything.
Yeah, she's so complicit.
And, like,
she doesn't really care, and then whenever her husband does something, like, stupid or mean, she just kind of, like, sits by, and she's like, well, that's how it is. It be like that sometimes, and everyone is like, okay.
It's horrible. Like when an old person says something, like, homophobic or racist, and then everyone is just like, oh, well, you know, they're old. That's just how they are. Like, we're not gonna call them out.
But I also thought of it as, like, those girls that are like, OMG, gay rights, I'm an ally, but then they have, like, a really racist and homophobic boyfriend.
Yes.
And he'll say racist things, and, like, they won't call them out. That's the energy that Antonio's mom gives me.
Their white boyfriend will say the N-word. And they're just like...
And they'll be like, I'm an ally. It's like, girl, time to rethink your priorities there, my dude.
Please.
Yeah, that's the queen in this film.
Yeah.
The animals.
In this
movie. The animals in this movie. Okay, I have so many things to say.
Okay.
Saji the red panda, his crime is blackmail. I don't know who he blackmailed for what, but I feel like it was... He stumbled upon information that he was not meant to see, but he is able to use that probably for, like, some kind of, like, perk. So I don't know if it was financial, so that he could help fund his expensive peacock boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like, fund his expensive tastes or what, but Saji no longer does blackmail, but that was definitely his whole deal for a while.
That's fun.
What do you have for him?
I have Azul and Saji, the peacock and the panda, who are boyfriends.
Obviously.
They are heist partners.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have Azul as being a professional art forger.
Oh, now that's good.
And that's why he and Saji are on the island, is that they were dating and he was like professionally forging
heist
art.
Partners.
And yeah, and then
Heist
they, you know, Saji wasn't necessarily involved in the art forgery. He was doing his own thing, but Azul got found out, and so they ran away to this island together to hide on the lam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tika the elephant deserves the death penalty.
The elephant attempted murder, probably real murder, not attempted, like done murder, completed murder.
Oh wow, yeah, you're going hard on this. Okay.
We just didn't see that part.
Yeah.
But there is attempted murder in the movie. You see Tika trying to kill people. I'm serious. This is an elephant who like rams through a crowd of people. You know what? Maybe that actually wasn't a part of the movie and I'm just seeing it in my brain. But I know there is a part of the movie where Tika like straight up just like knocks some dude out.
Yeah, you're right. She probably does do stuff like that. I can't even remember, but yeah.
I know there's like a specific crime for it. I can't remember what it's called, and if not, this is just a fun little thing that she does.
Okay.
Throughout the whole movie, she is manipulating. She's keeping Barbie from discovering what's really going on and trying to keep her away from the prince, Antonio, because she doesn't want Barbie to leave her. She thinks that Barbie, if Barbie realizes that's my real mom, Prince Antonio's my true love, then maybe Barbie will leave Tika, and Tika can't handle that.
That is true. And it is so annoying to watch. Sorry.
I hate it. I hate Tika.
Sorry.
Bye. I cannot stand that stupid elephant.
No, legitimately, I hate her so much.
I hate her, and she's a murderer. I hate her, and she did murder.
Probably.
Or at least attempted murder, which is also bad. Please tell me your thoughts on Tika.
So, I hate Tika so much, and it is exactly for the reason that you stated. It's because Tika spends the whole movie sabotaging.
There we go.
Everything that Ro is trying to do, because she is worried that Ro is going to leave her, which is a valid fear, I guess. But I was so annoyed. I was like, Ro has done nothing but love and support you. And all of a sudden you're like, she's going to leave me so she can't have anything that she wants. Like, it's so manipulative.
There's no communication there. If Tika had just one time been like, hey.
They even have that conversation. Ro was like, you should have told me. And Tika's like, my bad. After like horrible things happen.
After
that could have been avoided. This
movie is, I'm going to say it's like 80% of the movie goes by.
Yeah, and Tika's like, that's my bad. It's like, yeah, it is your bad, actually.
And then she almost murders someone.
She commits murder.
And then she murders someone.
I don't even actually have a crime for Tika because I couldn't come up with something. But I feel like it not blackmail, but something related. Like, just general emotional manipulation, which is not illegal. I have gaslighting written in parentheses.
Yeah, I also have gaslighting.
The emotional distress that Tika puts Ro through in the film.
Yeah, that's gotta be some kind of emotional abuse.
Yeah, dude, and it's not even like, it's because I care about her and I'm worried. No, it's purely selfish reasons that have nothing to do with Ro's wants and needs.
Mm-hmm.
Hate her so much.
She's the worst.
Legitimately the worst.
I hate her.
There is another character that I completely forgot about, and it's the monkey.
Tallulah.
Tallulah the monkey is one of the most horrifying looking things I've ever seen. However, she is actually quite a delightful character, which I was not expecting to like her. Yeah.
Tax fraud.
What else could it possibly be?
What else could it possibly be? Tallulah is the queen, Prince Antonio's mom, the queen's little pet, little monkey, which feels a little wrong.
It's like supposed to be kind of her replacement child for when Antonio is gone. That's kind of what it feels like.
That is kind of what it feels like.
It is weird because she is very human acting.
Yes.
Like more so than a monkey should be. Okay. Absolutely. It's haunting. And she, again, too humanoid of features, it is horrifying.
Very sophisticated. A sophisticated monkey.
I love her voice and I love her personality.
So
like, she is actually very, very cute and she is helpful. So she helps Ro with her, like, princess transformation to wow Prince Antonio. So I like Tallulah, but yeah, probably something financial and, like, maybe credit card something.
Ooh, yeah.
Like credit card fraud? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
And then last but certainly not least, there are other animals that are, like, on the farm.
There's
like
horse
pigs and, like, a
pigs.
horse. But, like, who cares about them? The rats.
Who cares? The rats.
The rats. The evil rats that help.
The rats.
What is that from?
I don't know. I just hear it on TikTok.
I know. I do too.
But it's from something, but I don't know.
It's everywhere, and I don't know what it's from. If anyone knows where rats. We're the rats. If anyone knows what that's from, please let us know because it's driving me insane.
Absolutely.
So there are 3 rats in this film.
Nat, Pat, and Matt.
Nat, Pat, and Matt. The crime that I have them committed have done a crime. The crime that they done.
Yep.
We're getting the words out, okay?
One more time.
You know what I meant. The crime that the rats have committed, incest. We don't even, like, they might not even be related in the movie, but, like, they are, Emma...
I hadn't even considered. Yes. Brothers by chance,
lovers by choice.
Lovers by choice.
Exactly.
I have home invasion or breaking and entering.
Yes! I love it when rats break and enter into things.
I love it when rats break and enter. I love home invasion.
That fits so well.
They break in. It's a parasite situation. They break in. They home invade.
Okay.
They get comfortable there.
Yeah.
And then they get all their little rat friends to replace all the humans. Oh my gosh.
Like
Dishonored 3 Rat City. If you listen to our Dishonored episode, that is my game pitch for the 3rd Dishonored game, Rat City, where everyone is just rats in a trench coat. Sequel. Island Princess sequel.
Island Princess 2 Rat Invasion.
But this is the horror movie.
Oh. You know what? I would like a Barbie horror movie.
I also would like a Barbie horror movie.
Like, really bad. I think that'd be fun.
It'd be pretty fun. Do you want to date Barbie?
In this movie, she is very cool and she's very cute. But I do feel weird about her whole not being normally socialized thing. It's like, it's almost exactly like The Little Mermaid, where Ariel is like, what is all this human stuff? You know? And she's very, like, naive in her interactions with other people and in her interactions with the world. That's kind of how Ro is. And I feel, I would feel a little weird about that. But Prince Antonio and, is it Luciana is the other daughter? Yeah. So obsessed with them. Just truly in love.
You know what? This works out perfectly. You can have Antonio, you can have Luciana. I get Barbie's hot mom.
Yeah.
She's so hot. Everyone go look up Island Princess mom. Barbie's mom.
And she and Barbie have a really beautiful duet that I love.
They do, and it's so cute.
Yeah, great film. Wow, 10 out of 10.
Good film.
Love Island Princess. The next movie, oh my gosh, Barbie and the Diamond Castle.
Ellie, I love this movie.
Holy cow,
I'm obsessed with this movie.
I know you are, and I understand, now that I've seen it, because I hadn't seen this one,
Thank
I
goodness.
understand why now.
Thank goodness. It's so good. The soundtrack, oh my gosh.
Iconic.
I love it.
Say. Yeah, no, truly. So, Barbie and the Diamond Castle, what are the two characters? I ask you this like every day.
Alexa is Teresa, Barbie's friend Teresa. Liana is Barbie.
Like, okay, so there are canonical love interests in this film. It's these twin brothers that have, like, big Jaskier Witcher energy. They're, like, these really obnoxious bard guys that, like, travel around. Like, they're traveling musicians.
Yeah.
They are
Jeremy
cute.
and Ian.
I don't hate them.
I don't like them.
But as love interests for the most obviously lesbian couple in film history.
I have, for love interests...
Yes.
I have Alexa, Liana, cottagecore queers.
They literally, like, nothing else.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
And then maybe their problematic girlfriend, Melody.
Yeah, Melody's so annoying. I love it when women are annoying. I love annoying women so much.
Yes. Wow, the plot of this movie is just insane.
Yeah, okay, this is my favorite thing about movie series like this. The Barbie movies are not, like, necessarily in a timeline because every movie is Barbie playing a different character until later, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
But, like, they get progressively weirder as they go on. Because, like, when you have a long-lasting series like this, you have to top what you did before, right? You can't just be doing the same thing over and over. And so, yeah, Diamond Castle is absolutely insane. But, like, genuinely, and this is my hot take, and if you watch this film or if you've seen this film, you will know what I mean. My jaw dropped, like, the first 5 minutes of this movie. I was like, this is the gayest thing I've ever seen. Barbie and the Diamond Castle is, like, the height of queer cinema.
Yes. That's all I have to say. Yes.
It's so gay and, like, beautiful and fun. Alexa and Liana are in love, and there's literally no way around that. Absolutely. Yeah. The villain, whose name I don't even... Do you remember the name of the villain?
Lydia.
Oh, that's every villain girl is named Lydia.
That's so true.
It's the goth girl name. Lydia... She is so gay and so homophobic, but also good for her.
She's gay and homophobic. Yes, she does hate crime her two girlfriends, though.
Oh, for sure. So, the plot of Diamond Castle, the other characters, so Lydia is, like, the villain, and she is trying to... It's all about the power of music, and so she's trying to, like, get the power of music so that she can... I don't know. Do something. I literally don't know. Use the power of music? Or, like, ban
I don't
music? I'm not really sure.
I'm really not sure.
Who knows?
I wish I could tell you.
So she's one of 3 muses, and they are, like, the keepers of music. I guess. I literally, dude...
I'm serious.
We're both like, this movie's so good, and, like, we don't even know the plot.
I do the same thing with anime, though.
Yeah, but that's because the plot is not really what I'm here for. I'm just here to watch people be in love and, like, friendship and have a good time.
Yes, and have a good time. And cursed animal sidekicks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Lydia is one of the 3 muses. She betrays the 2 other muses and, like, freezes them in stone. There is another girl that lived in the Muse Palace with them.
She was an apprentice.
And she was an apprentice, and she was going to become another muse. She was able to run away and hide herself in a mirror in, like, this pocket world.
Her name is Melody.
And Lydia is after her. Melody is so obnoxious.
Can't shut her mouth. That's what the problem is.
She can't shut up. She also is the reason that they get into any trouble in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Melody is the reason that their house gets burned down. The little cottage in the woods with their garden. The cottage they
live in gets burned down by a dragon.
And Alexa sell flowers. They sell flowers. That is their income.
They live in a cottage by a creek, and they sell flowers together.
And they sell flowers. They are so
in the woods.
Queer.
It is so...
It's so
cottagecore lesbian, the film.
Absolutely. That's the dream.
And Melody accidentally leads the... They are the blueprint. Melody accidentally leads the bad guys there, and so Lydia's scary. Okay.
His name is Slider. He's like
Slider
a dragon.
the dragon is very cursed looking to me, so that's what's scary about him. But he shows up to try and like get Melody in the mirror, and they are able to trick him and run away, but he burns down their house. And so then they have nothing, and it's so sad.
It's really sad. And then they sing a really fun song.
Yeah, because they're in love.
Because they're in love.
And they have the power of music to fuel them.
Absolutely.
When they're on their little adventure, they run into these two puppies.
Oh my gosh, the two puppies.
And, like, the puppies are very cute, thank goodness, but they also dance at the end of the movie, and it is so cursed.
It's like breakdancing.
Yeah.
And it's too weird.
It's too weird.
Dog bones, dog joints don't move like that. And it's so bad.
It's very
uncanny.
Terrible. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
For their crime, their name is Lily and Sparkles.
Okay.
Shoplifting.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
I don't know.
You're right.
I don't know. That's, yeah.
No, 100%. I have them both as bribery. And I genuinely don't... I had a whole backstory for this too. I genuinely don't remember, like... But I'm actually going to change it because I also have in my notes reminds me of Monokuma from Danganronpa.
Whoa.
So these dogs have at one point in their lives before the events of Diamond Castle tricked a bunch of teenagers into a killing game.
Absolutely. You're so right. Or maybe in the future they still have time.
That is true. They're pretty young in Diamond Castle. So, like, Diamond Castle 2, the dogs are gone. We don't know what happened to them. It's because they're off tricking a bunch of teenagers into playing a killing game.
Our other horror movie pitch.
Mm-hmm. 2 Barbie horror movies in one. We're
It's nice. It's good. Would you date Barbie?
Not especially. Like, Barbie, Liana and Alexa belong together, and I don't really want to, like...
Absolutely.
It's such a precious relationship to me that I could not
infringe
possibly interfere. But the muses are so beautiful.
They're so beautiful.
And
I will
you
be
know
Lydia replacement.
Yeah. I'm gonna be problematic, and like I probably would date the Bard
Jeremy
brothers,
and Ian?
but I would date them at the same time behind the other's back.
That's hilarious.
Just for the drama.
Just for the
problems. Like just to hurt.
Just to cause problems.
Just to cause problems on purpose. Like
yeah.
I just want to make some men suffer. So
okay.
Pretty normal behavior.
I don't have any problem with that.
Thank you for your support.
Absolutely. What do we got next? Oh my gosh, Barbie and the Three Musketeers.
Barbie and the Three Musketeers. Okay, so this is another one, like, it's an existing story, but they build off of the original Three Musketeers by making Barbie's character... Wait, hold on, let me guess her name. It's right on the tip of my tongue. It starts with a C.
Yep.
It's not Cosette.
Nope.
It's not Cassandra.
Nope.
It's not Cheyenne.
Nope.
Corinne.
Yes. You got it.
So Barbie plays Corinne, and they make Corinne the daughter of the fourth musketeer, D'Artagnan. So, like, this is set in the Three Musketeers universe, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It's literally just... Every movie is, like, its own Barbie AU, which is just really fun. So...
That is hilarious.
Barbie and the Three Musketeers, the love interests. So, the canonical love interest that Corinne ends up with is Prince Louis, as in, like... Prince Louis of France. I don't know which one because there's a lot of them, but whichever one, I don't know.
Whichever one.
And like he actually he's cute. He's very intelligent, like book smart. He's like an inventor and he likes to tinker and do science experiments and stuff. He is also like the stupidest man alive.
He's so stupid.
Which I think is just kind of a fun combination. I love it when men are just, like, morons. Mm-hmm. He's not a terrible person. Like, he's not the worst. But any of the 3 other musketeer girls that Barbie hangs out with are viable love interests.
I have all of them.
They all
They're
date each
all
other.
Girlfriends.
Yeah, like, why not?
Why not? They're all girlfriends. For love interests, I have Prince Louis, and then I have all the main girls, and then I also have Stable Boy, who was in the beginning of the movie for like 2 seconds. He has one line.
Like maybe 10 seconds of dialogue.
Yeah. But he is voiced by the same guy who voices Light from Death Note.
He is like Death Note, and Stable Boy supremacy. I don't know why. I was just like, aw, he seems
Stable
cute.
Boy. He seems cute.
So yeah, can somebody please write me like a Barbie Three Musketeers AU where the Stable Boy, like from the point of view of the Stable Boy, where he has like a whole plot thing and he is like more involved in the plot.
Oh, interesting.
And then he's
and like
someone
fixing
end up
things
together
behind the scene. So all the things that line up in the movie, it's actually him doing it.
It's actually him. Yeah, and
without credit.
I don't really like. I don't think I ship him with Corinne, but I would ship him with the redhead. Aramina. She is my self-insert character in this film. I don't really know why.
Okay.
I just really love her. Add her to the kin list.
I have Renee on your kin list.
Oh, that's right, because I got Renee.
You did get Renee on my Barbie quiz.
I forgot about that. Yeah. The villain.
Mm-hmm.
I
Tim Curry.
neglected to mention, so the villain in this movie is voiced by Tim Curry. He has voiced more than one villain.
I'm obsessed with him.
In the Barbie movies,
He's voiced
he shows
more
up a
than,
couple times.
I think he's voiced more than just villains, too.
Oh, he just shows up? Okay, well, good for him.
I think he just shows up sometimes.
Wow, he has the range.
He really does.
But Tim Curry, and I just have, it's Tim Curry, so... And that's it. It should be obvious. He is gay and homophobic.
I have gay ableist capitalist.
Wow, you're right.
And I have no notes next to that, so you're gonna have to...
Hi everyone, Ellie the editor here to let you know that I have been informed by a simple Google search that the Three Musketeers takes place over 100 years before the French Revolution. Which I do know now, but I did not know when we recorded this episode, so please adjust your expectations accordingly and pretend that anything that we say from this point on makes sense. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the episode. Here we go. So, Tim Curry, this is set in, 18th century France?
Probably.
It's, late Baroque period, Rococo. So this is the height of the French aristocracy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is before the French Revolution, which we know because there is no, poor people pulling the aristocrats out of their homes, burning them to the ground, and then, killing them in the street, which is so fun.
It's so fun.
Right, but that does not happen in this Barbie film for children. So pre-French Revolution, but we're building up, so there's, all this social tension, which you do not see in the Barbie movie.
Nope.
Somebody write me a Barbie Three Musketeers AU where they join the French Revolution. Oh my gosh. Except the Musketeers are defenders of the throne. They work for the aristocracy. They are the guard.
And Barbie hooks up
royalty.
with the prince, so you
and
can't...
Barbie literally ends up in love with the prince.
Yeah.
Barbie is a girl boss and Louis is the male wife.
Yes.
He stays at home and is rich. And she goes off and fights crime or whatever. Yeah, so Barbie is unfortunately a cop in this film. Tim Curry's character is I would not consider him a capitalist because capitalism didn't exist yet.
Yes.
But he is very much a member and supporter of the aristocracy. And he hates poor people, dude.
He hates poor people, dude.
All he wants is to be rich and kill his own cousin, Prince Louis, so that he can be next in line for the throne. I could see Tim Curry's villain character in this film being one of those people that if he did get into a position of power would be even more terrifying because he would absolutely be anti-homeless, anti-disability, eugenics kind of stuff. He is actually a very bad guy. Okay,
there we go. Next
Even
movie
for a Barbie
pitch.
movie. Yeah. Oh, Three Musketeers 2, Electric Boogaloo.
There you
It's
go.
an AU where Tim Curry wins.
AU, politically accurate, historically accurate.
Please, someone write me a French Revolution Barbie Musketeers AU. I'm dying here. Oh my gosh.
We have so many good ideas. And
yeah, we're honestly on fire right now.
seriously.
The animal companions. Okay,
Oh
so
my
Tim
gosh.
Curry has a dog
I hate
that is
that
also
dog.
voiced by Tim Curry. It is the worst.
He is
It's
his
one
own
of the
dog.
worst animals. I hate him.
His name is Brutus, which says
a
enough.
lot. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I just have him as crimes against women. Just any crime against a woman. Ellie took a drink of water as I said that, and now she's laughing.
That's so funny. You're right.
Thank you. Yeah.
He scares me so much.
Yes, he's so scary.
Evil dog deserves jail time is what I wrote down. But
Good.
the actual crimes that I have assigned him, so he absolutely has been arrested for assault and battery
Yes.
more than once.
Mm-hmm.
This dude's a menace. But then also, okay, and we got some backstory here. Murder in self-defense.
Okay.
But he, because of his ties to wealth and power,
Tim Curry
he was
is his
able
owner.
Tim Curry helped him get off the charge.
Yeah.
He committed murder fully first degree.
Absolutely.
Planned and everything. Okay? Probably for money.
Yeah.
Or to keep someone quiet, like kind of mob style, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he was able to get off on self-defense because of like the strings that he was able to pull.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a cold-blooded murderer walking among us. And but that dog, like, they couldn't nail him, so they were like, murder in self-defense, and he was like, see ya.
Yeah.
And he's just biding his time, waiting for his next kill. It's horrifying.
Oh, absolutely. I would like to talk about Alexander the horse.
Alexander the horse.
Alexander the horse.
Love him.
This Alexander is a war horse. He was in the war.
Was in the war. He was Corinne's dad's horse that he gave to her, and then her dad died at some point.
There is always a possibility for some war crimes.
Oh, you are so right.
Right? And he probably did some murder in the war, right?
Sure.
Outside of the war, in the movie, we see him kick a bad guy through multiple walls.
Yeah.
And then he like slams against one wall and falls to the ground. That is murder.
When I was watching that scene, I gasped because I was like, I just witnessed a murder on screen.
Some guy.
I just watched a man die.
Yes, in a Barbie movie. I just watched a man die.
I did. It was horrifying.
It was scary.
You're right.
I know. I know.
So the last animal companion, I think it's the last one, is Barbie's cat.
Yes, Miette.
Her kitten. Miette?
Yes, Miette.
That's cute.
It's very cute.
I don't have any like strong negative feelings for the cat. I think she's very sweet, and she wants to be a musketeer also, and it's really cute. But the crime I've given her is attempted theft. She left the store with like clothes with the tags on, like she was trying to steal clothes. And then the alarm went off, and then she tried to play it off and be like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize I had these. And so she didn't actually get arrested for it, but like she was trying to commit a crime.
Yeah, I just have petty theft. Get away with it. So this is perfect.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Petty theft. Yeah, nothing crazy.
There is another, this isn't like a sidekick or a relevant character, but there is another animal. And it is this pig. I don't know when he shows up in the movie, but he is racist.
What?
He is racist. You rewatch that movie, you find that pig, and he is racist. I don't remember.
Wait, what does he do?
Why I said that. I have no context for that.
Gosh.
But I know that if I went and I watched that movie again, that pig is racist. I wrote it down while I was watching. Usually I'll like watch the movie and then I'll take my notes for our podcast that we do.
Yeah.
But no, this one I paused the movie to write pig racist.
That's incredible.
And that's what says pig racist. Thank you.
Okay, well, if I ever watch this film again, which I might, it's delightful.
It's delightful. I really
it.
enjoy this one.
Then I will keep an eye out
for the racist
pig.
Oh, I have one more thing.
Oh, okay.
I guess I started building a Les Mis AU.
Stop.
Barbie Corinne is Cosette.
Okay.
Prince Louis is Maurice. Aramina is Eponine, because in the movie, in the Barbie movie, The Three Musketeers, Aramina, who is one of their four main girls, Corinne, Aramina, Vivica, and Renee, and they all want to be musketeers. Aramina is in love with the prince and talks about the prince and talks about being in love with the prince and admires the prince the whole movie, and then at the end, Corinne steals him right there.
Wow, you're okay. I see the connection's pretty obvious there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I have. I wrote that down and I did not put any more thought into it, and then I forgot until right now. Yeah. So.
Okay, this is great because we've got this Les Mis AU that does take place in France during the French Revolution.
This is great.
But this is separate from my French Revolution AU, which is where Barbie and her musketeer girlies, the girlies, the group chat gets together, and they realize that the aristocracy is at fault because these girls were all raised poor. They are working class. They're a servant class. They started as servants in the palace, and they become musketeers by this old lady that works there recruiting them.
Thank you, old lady.
Yeah, and she's great. And so then they go public with the whole musketeer thing, and they
save the prince and they become musketeers. Yeah,
and they're like you know the royal guard basically. They're like part of the royal guard. So they're a big deal, but I don't necessarily think that they would be considered like class traitors. I guess you could go that route, but these are women who have been raised in with these big dreams in a society that told them that their dreams were impossible, and they achieved them against all odds. And I think it is like without realizing the harm. It's that kind of like don't meet your heroes thing. They are so enamored by the fantasy or the idea of being a musketeer that they don't even realize what's really at play with the power structures that they are dealing with in the French monarchy and the aristocracy. Absolutely. So I would love to see an AU where they are part of it all, and then as revolution starts to break out, or word of revolution starts to be spread, they start to see the issues for what they are. Now, what happens to Prince Louis in this situation? The optimist in me, I would like to think that Louis is so stupid that he was raised in the monarchy, in all this wealth. He has absolutely no context or connection to the poor. So once he is shown the state that the poor are living in, he betrays his own like family
he rejects it,
livelihood, and he joins the girls in like leaving and joining the revolution. That could be really fun. But then the other French Revolution AU, which is Les Mis, I don't know how you could connect all of those other things, but I love it.
I think it's pretty fun.
Which musketeer is Enjolras? Did you say that?
I did not. I'm gonna go with Renee.
I knew you were gonna say that, and I fully agree.
Vivica is too unhinged.
You're right. Vivica is that other guy. Oh my gosh.
Vivica could be the little boy.
Yeah, I can see it.
That dies. Spoiler alert for Les Mis.
Spoiler alert for Les Mis. He's one of the first casualties too. Oh man, Les Mis is sad. What the heck, so dude? Sad. All right. I love that. I love that. Yeah,
absolutely.
Thank you for your thoughts. That's like inspiring. Anyway, someone write maybe I'll write a Barbie Musketeers French Revolution AU.
Please.
I love it. Pull out remember? Okay, wait, hold on. Speaking of Les Mis, do you remember like the Les Mis fandom on Tumblr? Were you part of that?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay. I don't know, and I wasn't really, but I had a lot of, like, blog mutuals that were, and I was also on DeviantArt. I'm still on DeviantArt. Hey! I was on DeviantArt, and so a lot of the people that I followed that did, like, fan comics and fan art, Les Mis was one of the fandoms, and it was, like, all shipping art.
Yep.
Which is just a really funny thing to think about.
It's
there
really
being
interesting.
A Les Mis fandom that ships the revolutionaries with each other in this, like, very depressing, tragic setting. I don't know.
Yeah.
The comedy.
Not quite the point.
No, I just, like, it's so fascinating to
It's
me.
really
And I have
interesting.
friends that were, like, actively in the Les Mis fandom. So, hey, if you're listening and you're one of my homies that was on Tumblr and in the Les Mis fandom, how's it going? How's the Les Mis fandom thing going for you? Are you still part of that? Because I have seen, people are still in that fandom. I see people talking about. I don't remember what Marius and Anil Ross ship's name is.
I don't either.
There you go. Anyway, the next movie, Barbie, A Fashion Fairy Tale, a delight. So this movie...
Oh my gosh, Ellie, this might be my favorite one.
Good for you.
Thank you.
I enjoyed this film. The thing that I love about this movie, though, is this is where we break into the meta. So this movie takes place in the quote-unquote real world, where Barbie is herself, and it shows that she is an actress working in film and making, at the beginning of the movie, they're filming The Princess and the Pea, like a Princess and the Pea, like, film.
Yes, that scene
starring
is so
Barbie.
funny.
Yeah, so, like, it's kind of showing us that Barbie has been playing a character in all these previous movies, which we know because, like, it's Barbie as the Princess and the Pauper, Barbie in the 12 Dancing Princesses. Like, we know that, you know, she is an actress in all of these films, but this is where we actually see...
And we address it.
And address this, like meta
stated,
universe. Yeah, so, Ken is in this film. Hello, Ken.
Oh my gosh.
I was not expecting...
I love him.
Be so enamored by him, but he is actually really delightful. He is a huge simp for Barbie, and we love that about him.
I'm obsessed with him.
Ken is an icon, though.
I love him.
He's so great in this movie. Yeah, he, like, travels the world to make up a misunderstanding that he and Barbie had.
Yeah, because of Raquel, who likes to cause problems on purpose.
Listen, Raquel the whore. She causes problems on purpose. I love her. She's one of those toxic female characters that I'm like, I'm obsessed with you. 2
hours ago, I said Raquel, and Ellie was like, oh, I hate her. So what changed?
Nothing. I hate her, and I'm obsessed with her. This is a Spirit from Soul Eater situation where every time he shows up, I'm like, literally, you are disgusting, and I want you dead, but also, like, marry me.
I love Raquel. I think she's so fun because she
Raquel
is
rocks.
Like toxic in a fun way and causes problems on purpose for her own benefit, for her own entertainment.
Yeah, she like is in love with Ken.
And she loves to hurt Barbie for some reason.
Well, because she's like jealous of Barbie for being popular and for
being
dating
perfect
Ken and all this stuff. Yeah. Well, yeah, how Raquel sees it. I do not consider Raquel a love interest in this because she's barely in the movie.
No.
So Ken is it for me.
Yeah, I have Ken. There are these 3 little magical fashion fairies.
They're very cute.
Shimmer, Glimmer, and Shine. And they are okay. I don't think they're related. If they are related, I take my statement back. If someone suddenly is like, Emma, they're related, that's incest. I take it back. However, I don't think that they are, and I don't know they are. So they are girlfriends.
So they're girlfriends. Yeah,
so they're girlfriends.
I could stand by. I could get behind that.
Yeah.
I could get behind that. I think that the villain, Jacqueline, and her assistant, Delphine, are in a very toxic...
Yes.
On and off, again, romantic relationship. Delphine is the... To pull out, like, an old trope, Delphine is, like, the henpecked, like, girlfriend where
Yes.
Jacqueline is so overbearing and Delphine is just like, yes, dear, whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
She just kind of rolls with it because she's too, like, afraid and, like, whatever to tell her off.
Yeah.
Love it.
At first, I was thinking, okay, Jacqueline is gay and homophobic because Aunt Millicent, Barbie's Aunt Millicent, who does own a fashion house,
that woman is queer.
That woman is queer.
1,000%.
Jacqueline is, this is a hate crime.
And Jacqueline,
however,
Jacqueline is homophobic for,
However, I think that she's just gay because her whole motive is she just wants to be better at fashion.
Okay.
She just wants better fashion.
And that is pretty gay.
That's pretty gay.
We're working with some gay content here. Okay. That is some gay motivation. I have that Jacqueline might be gay, but I consider her mostly homophobic for abusing Delphine, her assistant, who
you make a great point here.
in gay love with her.
You make a great point here.
Yeah. So there you go.
You got it. The animal sidekicks.
Okay, so Jacques Roussel is a Jack Russell Terrier.
I'm obsessed with him. He's the cutest little dog I've ever seen. He's so funny.
And he's, like, funny.
And he's so charming.
He is really charming.
I just love him. He's this, and he wears a little scarf. Scarf.
He does. He's so cute. He's really funny, and he is very, like, suave and charming. He's, like, kind of this, like, you know, French romantic, right? Mm-hmm. That's kind of the boy trope that we're working with here. The crime that I have assigned him is, unfortunately, he is a voyeur. He has been caught peeping multiple times.
I just had embezzlement.
I'm so sorry. He's just a dog in a Barbie movie. And I saw him and I was like, oh yeah, voyeur.
I can't. It's too much.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
too much.
kill me.
It's too much.
Okay, so that's Jacques Roussel.
Seriously, this is too much.
Barbie's dog, she has... Oh, no, it's Barbie's dog, right?
Yeah, Sequin.
Yeah. Sequin the poodle.
I love Sequin.
She is actually very cool. Some of the
so
Barbie
fun.
animal companions are so freaking annoying because they're like...
Annoying. They're like feral.
So selfish
in a
and rude.
Fun kind of way. Not in an aggressive way.
Yeah, feral, not in an aggressive way, but like most of the time, I'm just like, like it's pretty middle of the road for me if it's not fully like I want Tika the elephant
to die,
to die,
death penalty. You know what? Really quick, back to Island Princess. There is a scene where they are all in the ocean, and Tika, an elephant, can't swim in the ocean, and a bunch of dolphins come to save them because it's a Barbie movie. And Barbie, I think, shares one dolphin with at least one other person or animal. Tika has, like, 2 dolphins carrying her. No. Let her drown.
Yeah.
Just swim away. Just swim away.
Leave her.
I'm so angry. I had to pause it. I was like, why are they saving her? She has done nothing but cause problems. Why are these dolphins? These dolphins don't even know them.
No, their problems would be solved if they had left Tika to drown in the ocean.
Sorry, Tika. There's not enough dolphins for you. We have to leave you behind. There's not enough seats in the car. We're gonna have to leave you here. You're gonna have to find your own ride home, okay?
This is horrible. I'm gonna have nightmares about drowning tonight. Oh my gosh, dude.
I'm just brutal unleashing against Tika.
Yeah, no, for real. Okay, but Sequin the dog, though.
Perfect. I love her.
Her crime is vandalism. In her younger years, she got in with, like, not a bad crowd necessarily, but, like, the type of friends that are reckless and they're also white, so they're not afraid to, like, get away with stupid stuff.
Yeah.
You know? They live in a bubble where they can just commit petty crimes and, like, not ruin their lives over it.
Right.
So they just went and, like, I don't know, tagged a building or something. Just, like, minor. I don't even know if she got arrested for it, but, like, it was something that she did. It was something she willingly participated in. And she felt really bad about it. And she, like, you know, didn't want to do a crime anymore, so there you go.
I have arson.
Oh my gosh!
And I can't explain that.
Bro, we are really just, these characters, we are on opposite ends here.
It's pretty fun. Everyone else were, like, relatively on the same page. Not a fashion fairy tale.
Not fashion fairy tale, yeah. Okay, what about Juliana? Juliana is
I have vandalism.
I
have
tax
for
evasion.
Juliana. Now that is fun.
Yeah, she's kind of like the rich girl.
Yes.
She's like the pretty girl.
Yes.
So I feel like she would do some good old white collar crime.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Do you want to date Barbie?
For me, if I want to date Barbie in this movie, Barbie is very cute in this movie. She gets progressively cuter as the animation gets better. But I really fell for Marie Elise, who is Aunt Millicent's assistant that is, like, secretly a really, really great fashion designer. She is French, which is too bad.
Yeah. You hate the French.
That's actually a huge bummer for me. But I will make an exception for her.
One single exception.
Yeah.
I would love to date Barbie. I also would love to date Ken. However, mommy Aunt Millicent.
Yeah, okay.
She's
got that MILF
She's everything
energy.
I want to be.
Okay, so I'm getting mixed signals here. You want to date her or you want to be her.
If I can't be her, then you'll want to date her.
Unpack that.
She is the family member. She's the cool family member who has a lot of money and lives in a cool place. And no one knows quite where her money comes from. And then she comes back to town and she's single, doesn't have children. She comes back to town, takes all her little nieces and nephews on fun little adventures to, like, really weird, cool places.
Seek help.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I said what I said.
Where is your therapist? I don't have time for this.
That's hilarious.
I don't have the energy for this.
I don't know.
I'm about to commit acts of violence.
I do really simp for Ken, and Ken simps for Barbie, and that's why I couldn't date Ken.
No, that's valid. I also did not put down Ken because he and Barbie are, like, so together. And
they're meant to be together.
Yeah, they have a wonderful little love story. And normally I would not be, like, you have heard me talk about all these movies, and not once have I been like, oh yeah, Barbie and the male love interest definitely belong together. Like, almost always there's a better choice for her, but in this movie, no, it's Ken all the way. And I was so happy because it was so refreshing. This is silly, but I was genuinely, like, overjoyed at seeing Ken and Barbie, a heterosexual couple, interact so lovingly and genuinely, because the media I've been consuming the last, like, year or so, well, and a lot of my life, and I think a lot of people can relate to this, the straight couples in a lot of, especially, like, adult television, oh my gosh, are, like, the most toxic people that you've ever met. And we're
Absolutely.
supposed to believe they're in love because they're both just hot, and like that's the only thing they have in common.
Yep.
So seeing Ken and Barbie interact in such like a charming, like innocent and like genuinely kind way, I was like, wow, their love is real.
Love is real.
I was so refreshed.
They just make me so happy.
Yeah, they're wonderful. So happy days to Ken and Barbie. The next one, Ken is also very prominent in this movie, and he is such a delight. So Barbie: A Fairy Secret is another continuation of this Barbie in the real world thing, and she is like at least semi-famous. She has her own stylists in this film. It's these two girls, I don't remember, what are their names?
Carrie and Taylor.
Who are secretly fairies. And they have like this whole fairy code and fairy world, and it's very fun. And like no humans know about it. It's a fairy secret. It's in the title.
It's
right
a fairy
there.
secret.
They have like a friend that felt like scorned by them in the fairy world, and so she tricks the princess.
That's a great princess. Princess Glaciella.
Yeah, is she this third? Is it Crystal? Is that her name?
Crystal is the toxic girl. Yes.
Okay, the toxic ex-friend,
antagonist,
the ex-best friend. Yeah. So Crystal tricks the queen into taking a love potion to fall in love with Ken and steal Ken away from Barbie.
So that Crystal now has access to the man that she's in love with, who is in love with the princess.
Yeah. So
I don't remember his name.
Convoluted. He has
it's a little tricky.
He has like kind of an Italian name, I think.
Was it Carlos?
No, Carlos is the prince in Mariposa.
You're right.
The fact that I just know that.
Stop.
Dude, come on.
Stop.
Dude, come on.
Come on.
Zane. So I was incredibly wrong. He does not have an Italian name. I don't know why I thought. He does have an accent, though.
He does have an accent.
So maybe that's why I tricked myself.
You tricked yourself. So yeah, Crystal is in love with Zane. Zane is in love with Princess Glaciella. Crystal gave Princess Glaciella a love potion, so now she's in love with Ken. Ken is in love with Barbie, obviously. And no one loves
And
Crystal.
Raquel is also in love with Ken.
Yes.
Except, I have a theory. So, well, this is my headcanon. Okay, so Ken continues to be a simp, and we love that. However, Raquel and Barbie are rivals to lovers in this film.
Absolutely.
Raquel has had it out for Barbie since they were, like, teenagers, and they're, like, adults now. And we find out that Raquel was really jealous of Barbie because Raquel has always had a really hard time being friends with people, which makes sense. That's a totally valid, like, conflict. But she and Barbie had an interaction that Barbie thought was completely inconsequential when they were younger. And Raquel was, like, offended by it and assumed that Barbie hated her because Barbie like brushed her off one time accidentally. It wasn't even like an intentional brushing off. It was just Raquel interpreted it that way. And then they have this heart-to-heart at the end after they spent all this time like working together
in a cage together.
They're trapped in an island with Josh Hutcherson. Trapped in a cage with Raquel. So yeah, Barbie and Raquel get put in fairy jail. And they are forced to confront their, like, beef. Which, again, the beef is one-sided. Like, Raquel is so mean to Barbie unnecessarily, and Barbie is so nice to her. But yeah, Barbie is, like, tries to be so nice to her all the time. And, so they have this heart-to-heart, and then I think they, like, hug.
Probably.
And then the cage gets uncaged by the power of love or something. I don't remember. Yeah, it's like really strange, but plot.
So yeah, there's the plot. For love interests, I do have Ken, obviously. Carrie and Taylor, the two fashion fairies, are girlfriends.
Oh, 1,000%.
Absolutely.
They are dating. Yeah.
Okay, now here, I told you earlier I was going to share my little rare pair with you. And by rare pair ship, I mean I thought of this and no one else has ever thought of it, probably ever, and I'm the only one. But now you, and maybe people who listen to our podcast, if they make it this far into the episode because it's incredibly long.
I'm a little scared of what you're about to say to me.
Raquel and Crystal are the two characters that like to start problems for their entertainment and benefit. They are toxic girlfriends.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah, in like a fun toxic way.
Yeah, I mean, I love toxic relationships. So.
Absolutely. It's like one of those crack ships.
Behind that.
It's pretty fun,
It is a little bit of a crack ship, but I do like the concept.
It's pretty fun. They're just...
The connection makes sense to me.
It just... Yeah. She is the Raquel of Carrie and Taylor's friend group.
Yeah, no, you're right. And Barbie and Ken... Okay, so Raquel is to Barbie and Ken what Crystal is to Carrie and Taylor? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, no, that makes sense. That's interesting. That is not what I was expecting, but I'm pleasantly surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know if Crystal and Raquel ever interact, but they do in
I genuinely
my heart.
don't even know. They do interact at the very least, they interact at the end when they're doing that whole, like, trying to cure the love potion.
Yeah.
Thing for the queen so that she realizes that she is forcing Ken into a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And if he gets married to her, he can, like, never leave.
Yeah, if you marry
that was the other
fairy,
thing. He's, like,
can't
trapped
leave.
in the fairy world forever, which is, like, horrifying.
What is... It's Los Angeles, but it's not called Los Angeles.
Oh, isn't it, like, Gloss?
Yeah, Gloss Angeles.
It is Gloss Angeles, okay.
The villain, Crystal, is the antagonist. She's straight. There's no gay and homophobic. She's no straight. The plot is driven by
her heterosexuality. Her toxic heterosexuality.
Absolutely.
Because by the end of the movie, like, Zane and Graciela are, like, genuinely in love. This isn't, like, an arranged marriage thing. Like, he wants to be with her, and so for Crystal to try and step in this way is so toxic, and Zane wants nothing to do with her because he's so in love with Graciela and he's so, like, worried about her.
Literally does not even bat an eye. I think that if you ask Zane, hey, what are your opinions on Crystal? He would be like, who is that?
He would literally be like, who?
I've never heard of that before.
Huh?
Who is
the
that
only
person?
woman I know is Graciela.
Yeah.
As it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Crystal is so straight, it physically hurts. She is, like, the definition of toxic heterosexuality.
Yes, absolutely. Another interesting thing about this movie, there are no animal sidekicks.
And I wrote, no animal companions, I am finally free.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I was so happy that I didn't have to deal with that for
is
one
really
movie.
funny,
because I'm exhausted. I can't do this anymore.
Do you want to date Barbie?
I would not mind dating Barbie in this movie. I think she, like, really has an adventurous side in this one. Like, she is very determined and driven by her, like, love and concern for Ken, which I think is really admirable. But I am in a committed relationship with Carrie and Taylor.
Yeah.
The fairy, the secret fairies.
The fashion fairies.
The fashion fairies, yeah.
I'm really glad you pointed that out about Barbie, because I just realized, like, you spend fashion fairy tale watching Ken chase after Barbie.
And then you
even though she's
Barbie...
not in immediate danger.
No. But then you watch Barbie chase after Ken.
Exactly, and it's just...
And the stakes are high,
And the stakes are high, dude.
The stakes are high, it's stressful.
Oh my gosh, it's so good, and I just love it. I want to date Liliana Roxelle, who is there for probably less than 5 minutes. She also makes an appearance at the end of a fashion fairy tale at the fashion show that they put on.
Oh, is she that, like...
She's the lady who invites Ken and Barbie to her party. at like a castle or something.
She's like the socialite lady or whatever.
Yes,
yeah, she's like
she's
the rich lady.
famous.
Okay.
She's very
I'm seeing a trend
I don't
here,
think
my
she's
dude.
a model.
Do you want rich women to just take care of you? Do you just want someone rich to just take care of you?
I don't have to worry about anything that way.
Yeah, I mean, like, same, relatable.
It'd be nice.
I'm seeing a trend here.
Okay, but also, like, Liliana Roxelle is beautiful. And turns out, in A Fairy Secret, she is also a fairy, and that is her secret. She's a fashion fairy. Please agree with me.
In A Fairy Secret, let's look. Oh my gosh.
See?
She is secretly a fairy because they go to Paris.
And she's French, unfortunately for you.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
I'm fine.
But again, I can look past it. As long as she just can't speak.
She's just so beautiful.
Yeah, okay, no, I do remember. Yeah, she's the one that helps them get wings and get to, well,
helps them get to Los Angeles.
To Los Angeles because they're like human.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yes. Anyways.
No, that makes sense.
Our last movie
on the list.
Princess Charm School.
2.5 hours later. Princess Charm School.
So good.
So there is a male kind of, I don't even really consider him a love interest, but like they do dance and have a moment. Nicholas, who is like the Ken of this movie. Barbie plays this girl Blair, and it's kind of like a rags to riches Princess Diaries situation, except she isn't a princess. She wins this lottery that her sister like puts her in to go to Princess Charm School, which is where you learn to become a princess.
Yes, or a Lady Royal, which is
or Lady Royal.
People who aren't princesses but still are at the school. When you graduate, it's not, I don't know, they treat it like a coronation and a graduation ceremony at the same time. So that's really interesting to me because then it's all these princesses from places that aren't Gardenia, which is the kingdom that Blair is. And
it's also like modern, so it's like this modern fantasy, monarchy, modern fantasy AU kind of, which is fun. But no, they aren't princesses, but they're trained, and then at the end, one of them is chosen to be like the next princess of Gardenia. Is that what they choose? No?
So
does it matter?
Okay.
Does it matter for the episode of this podcast?
Probably not, but now it's gonna kill me.
Okay.
So it isn't like oh, you're chosen, whatever. You had the best princess grades, so you're the new leader of the kingdom. It is it's still like traditional monarchy
it's like
bloodline.
Yeah.
And that's when you find out Barbie is
the secret missing
princess.
Yeah.
Who has dead parents, and that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, I forgot about that until right now.
Yeah,
good for her.
Listen, this is really unfortunate because when I first watched it and when I rewatched it because I didn't remember the ending, I was like, oh my gosh, Barbie and Delancey. Delancey is the school bully. She's the popular girl. She is the heir to the throne in Gardenia. She's so stunning. I'm obsessed with her. And I was like,
yes, correct.
Rivals to lovers. And then at the end, they're cousins. They're cousins. They are cousins.
That is hilarious. Yeah, no, they are surprise cousins at the end, and I completely forgot about that. But I don't have any headcanons for Barbie's love interest in this movie. Nicholas is the love interest. He's a boy from the other school, like the boys' school. And he's like the popular, or he's one of the popular guys, and Delancey is like, trying to win his affection or in love with him or whatever. But when he interacts with Blair, they have like quirky senses of humor and they're so funny. And so he's like drawn to her more, and Delancey's all jealous. And at the end of the movie, Barbie and Nicholas dance together. But they literally never interact.
Yeah.
He has like 5 seconds of screen time and then, that's it.
It's terrible. so the villain is
just homophobic.
Delancey's mom.
Blair's secret aunt that Blair
Secret
doesn't know
aunt.
is her aunt until she finds out she's secretly the princess.
It's terrible.
She is
Dame
homophobic.
Devon. Dame Devon.
Ugh.
Hate her.
Evil woman.
She's just homophobic.
Yeah,
it's
and
terrible.
Delancey is just a closeted bisexual, so there's like an
Absolutely.
added layer of homophobia.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Okay. Animal sidekicks. There is a dog. His name is Prince. Do you have
He's a
anything
golden
for
retriever.
Because I have
Prince has rights, and then in parentheses pickpocket.
Oh, that's pretty fun. Yeah, I have
I think he's just a guy on the streets. What?
Yeah.
For
Blackmail.
what?
I feel like the dog in the Barbie movie, he knew what was going on. He knew the whole time.
He knew that Delancey's mom was
Yes.
like hiding the princess's real identity so that she could rise to power. Okay.
Yes, he knew the whole time. And what did he get out of it? I don't know. But I feel like part of it was just for entertainment because he is the one who helps her like figure everything out, helps Barbie figure everything out.
That is true.
So
Okay.
I think it was blackmail, and then at the end he just kind of wanted to cause some problems, see some chaos.
You know what? Good for him.
Good for him.
Because those evil women deserve the chaos that comes to them.
Yeah.
Although Delancey is like does get kind of a redemption at the end.
Yeah,
because
which
she
is
stands
good.
up to her mom, to her evil mom.
Yeah.
And like reconciles with Blair.
It's a good moment.
But yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay,
good.
Would you date Barbie in this movie?
I would date Barbie, but I would rather date Delancey.
Unfortunately, I have almost exactly the same thing written down. Isla is one of Barbie's friends.
Oh my gosh, Isla is so beautiful.
Blair is in this trio of friends. So her friends that she makes at the school, Isla and Hadley.
Who are also her roommates.
Yeah, they're her roommates. I love Isla
So much.
I think she's so cute and like
Yes.
fun and interesting. But I am unfortunately attracted to toxicity, so Delancey also could do it for me.
Yeah.
She is beautiful.
She's
she just
beautiful.
also sucks.
Yeah.
So, but I love that.
a
I
little
love
bit.
it when women are terrible.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
Well, that's it for the movie ranking. With that being said, what for your personal favorites, if you could do like your top 3
That's
Barbie
a great
movies in the
question.
Barbie Cinematic Universe, in the BCU.
Oh, that's so hard, Ellie. Oh my gosh, this is much harder than I thought it was gonna be, actually.
Okay.
Fashion Fairy Tale is definitely up there. Either Diamond Castle or The Three Musketeers for my second one. Not necessarily
Okay.
in this order. And the third one, 12 Dancing Princesses, I think.
Okay.
And what
Not a
about
fashion
you?
fairy tale?
I did. I said A Fashion Fairy Tale is my number one.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I can't hear.
Listen.
I can't.
Have you tried listening?
No, I'm too busy
can't either.
talking because that's what we do on this podcast.
That's what we do on this podcast. Okay, tell me your top 3.
Okay, top 3. My number one probably... Well, yeah, I'm not going to say this in any particular order, but Barbie Princess and the Pauper is just iconic, and there is a level of nostalgia there, but when I rewatched it, I was like, no, this holds up. It's still so fun.
It's still so good.
12 Dancing Princesses is probably one of them also. Like, there's something so... Like, the vibes that movie has
It's
and
so
the
good.
feelings that it leaves me with are just like, there's something so magical about it. Like this idea
Yes.
of magic escapism and like banding together with your sisters against a common enemy. I do love that. I love banding together against a common enemy. And then, you know, the music is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
And then for my third, it's hard because I did enjoy the newer movies, but I really love the like magic and whimsy of the fictional stories that Barbie stars in more than I like the meta ones that are like real life.
Yeah, that's understandable.
So while I did enjoy A Fairy Secret and like Princess Charm School was fun and Fashion Fairy Tale was fun, I like Musketeers maybe, and I love the music in Island Princess so much.
Oh, it's so good.
But bro, I have so much beef with it.
Yeah.
But no, I'll probably have to say Island Princess. And my fantasy is an Island Princess sequel that is Antonio and Ro going off adventuring in the high seas together. And all of a sudden it's Barbie Island Princess 2, like pirate adventure.
That's fun.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That's
okay,
so
fun. So someone make that happen for me so that I
Please.
can enjoy something. That's it. Those are the movies.
Those are the
But
movies.
now, moving on is our final bit for this entirely too long episode.
Entirely too
We have a
long.
Barbie quiz to give our results for. We asked people. We posted all over Twitter, and we have a TikTok also that we posted it on, asking people to take this quiz that assigns you a Barbie character.
And it's extremely accurate.
And like, okay, that sounds like facetious. Legitimately, it is. The descriptions are scarily accurate.
I made
for
this quiz,
the people that I talked to about it.
And I wasn't sure like how to make a quiz. I had never done this before. I was just doing it for fun. I had no idea what was going on. And then it accidentally just looked into everyone's soul.
It's haunting.
And since we started this recording with 573 takers. We are now at 574.
Oh my gosh,
got
someone
one
has
person.
taken the quiz
Someone
in the
took my
last
quiz.
3 hours.
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
Okay.
Oh,
I
I'm
have
obsessed with that.
oh my gosh. 3 days ago, in my current amount taken, I have all my data, in quotation marks, in a Google Doc. We had 553, so we really are counting up there.
Bro, that's whack.
Yeah,
Okay, good
I'm
for
just-
us.
Look at us go. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to list off the different character results.
Okay.
I'm going to list off the questions and some of the answers that I think are honorable mentions.
Okay.
I'm going to give the top 3 results, and then my result, which I made the quiz and I made the description, and then I took the quiz. And it was a whole disaster, so this wasn't like I rigged it for myself. I just need that to be said. And then I will also read Ellie's result. So,
Yeah.
here are the characters. We got Princess Annalise from Princess and the Pauper, Princess Genevieve from the 12 Dancing Princesses, Princess Ro from Island Princess, Prince Antonio, also from Island Princess, Barbie, just Barbie herself.
Just Barbie.
Ken, specifically the Ken from Fashion Fairy Tale. It's the same Ken, but the energy is a little different.
It is, yeah.
And then Raquel, specifically from A Fairy Secret.
Yes.
You know. Aunt Millicent from A Fashion Fairy Tale. Jacques Roussel, the dog that I love from A Fashion Fairy Tale. Renee, Corinne, Vivica, and Aramina, who are the 4 Musketeer girls. Elena, Azura, and Dandelion from Fairytopia.
Okay.
Melody, Diamond Castle, Jacqueline, and Delphine from Fashion Fairy Tale. Liana and Alexa from Diamond Castle. Erica and Julian and Preminger from Princess and the Pauper. So those are the characters.
Love it.
Here are the questions and some honorable mention answers. The first question is pick an aesthetic, and I went through a Wikipedia page of lists of aesthetics, and 2 that I loved that I didn't know existed are Vacation Dadcore, which is so fun, and it literally was just a picture from Magnum PI.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, really funny. I love it. I'm obsessed with
like
it.
The
like
tropical
a dad,
button up.
Yes, like a dad going on a
tropical...
beach vacation with his family of 5.
Oh yeah, okay, for sure.
And he's got those little shorts with the sandals and the shirt, the Hawaiian button-up shirt, you know? Midwest Gothic.
One of my favorites.
I love. I don't even know how to explain that one. It's just good.
It's a little spooky.
I love it. I'm obsessed with that. Question number 2. Choose a McElroy family podcast. Next question, do you watch anime? Next question, pick a Scooby-Doo character. And I need it to be said that Scrappy-Doo, in parentheses next to it, does say terrorist.
Yeah, Scrappy-Doo,
he is.
Terrorism. Domestic terrorism.
Next question, how is your phone screen looking? And that's, you know, if it's cracked, if it's dirty, if it's perfect, you know, whatever. Choose a love language. Pick a song. Here's a really fun one. Pick a quote from my sister Ellie, who also does this podcast with me that you have been listening to for quite a while. Here are some. It's late enough for me to be a thought, okay? Horror movie where you spend the whole movie trying to break your MASH game fate. Thinking about all the songs I would sing if I could sing. Do you not like Sky Nazis? I think Attack on Titan is a sports anime if you count BDSM as a sport. Oh, you don't think Deku's mom is hot? I should clarify, I'm not into Omegaverse. There was a little homophobia, but it was kind of nice. I'll Death Note, Prince of Tennis, and my heart. I'm gonna give Ellie a second to recover from that. But those are the quotes.
Oh my god. No. I'm drooling everywhere. I should not be allowed to speak. My thyroid cancer should have taken my vocal cords, dude. This is not allowed.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's good. It's funny.
And, okay, please let me clarify that Sky Nazis is referring to the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 4 and not real-life Nazis,
and not real-life Nazis. Ellie's not a white supremacist. Ellie's not a Nazi.
Wow.
Good.
I'm gonna pass out. Okay, great. Well,
Next
that was
one
awful.
Is, we talked about this as we were going through the movies. Pick a Barbie animal sidekick based on what crimes I think they've committed. So we have Brutus, crimes against women, Bibble, Eldritch God, Wolfie, identity theft, Tallulah, tax fraud, Tika, murder, hate that elephant.
Murder.
Midas, I do have homophobic in parentheses, which isn't a crime, he just is. Money laundering, though, is what I put down for him. And then Sequin is arson. I had a question, pick a random Wikipedia article. There is a random button on Wikipedia, and it will take you to a random article, and I just threw some down there.
You did that
Threw some down there. It's pretty good. Pick something from my podcast, the podcast that you're listening to right now. Attack on Titan, Ouran High School Host Club crossover, Haikyuu Mafia fanfiction, Remy the Rat is a steampunk god, Dishonored 3 Rat City, Human Ouija board, the serial killer fandom on Tumblr, XX Kira 42069XX.
That's very important.
2 hours of Disney's Haunted Mansion history and lore, and Super Hulock. Next question, do you know what Danganronpa is? When I made this quiz, Danganronpa was a very important part of my life. It still is. And also, if you know what it is, you as a Danganronpa fan tells me a lot about who you are as a person.
Yeah, like right off the bat.
Like, truly. Do you simp for Byakuya? Are you a Nagito Kini? That will tell me everything I need to know. The next question is, choose an image from my camera roll. And one of them is, the Spotify Wrapped that is, it's our 2020 Spotify
Emma and I
Wrapped.
shared Spotify Wrapped for 2020.
Except I photoshopped the top artist as the Glee cast.
Yeah.
As a joke, but a lot of people didn't know I was joking. And that's why I didn't post it online.
It was legit.
The other image from my camera roll that is a special honorable mention is texts from Gustavo. I'm not going to give any context into who Gustavo is. But Gustavo texted me. Here are the texts. Hey, this is Gustavo. Next text, a day later. Did you know there are more planes in the sea than there are submarines in the sky? Next text, a day later. Today's my day off. I'm gonna go drive into the mountains, explore, and get lost. You're welcome to join if you'd like. Open invitation. Just let me know. He did text me again later and told me that I missed out on off-roading with him and his boy toy, and I don't think Gustavo knows what that means.
His boy toy was referring to his Jeep. But yeah, it's a weird thing to refer to your car as. I'll say it.
It's a little weird.
You know what? I hope Gustavo's doing well. That is so... Oh my gosh. Anyway, hit us with the results... with our results of the quiz.
Yeah. Here are our results. So, Ellie, you got Renee from Three Musketeers. You're a bad bee, but in a fun way. You don't let anyone stop you, and you speak your mind. You might have a god complex, and you're probably just a little afraid of people leaving you. You're very self-aware and work hard for the things you want. You fight for issues bigger than yourself. You end up fixing everyone's problems and accidentally became the therapist friend. Just because you care and listen. You've got big dreams, but they're very attainable to you since you are the best at making stuff happen. And then for each result, I also put a little just random things that give off a specific energy that I associate with that character. So Renee's energy is candle wax, weighted blankets, oversized sweatshirts to give to your significant other, throw pillows, and ripped jeans. Ellie does not have a god complex, but it's pretty good.
That was the one thing that I was like, no, I have whatever the opposite of a god complex
Inferiority complex?
No, not necessarily, because that implies that, like, inferiority compared to the people that I see as, like, above me. Mm-hmm. And it's not really a comparison thing. I just think I suck. Okay. And I'm ugly.
Where's your therapist? You asked me earlier. I have a question for you.
She left the practice. Did I not tell you this? I don't have a therapist anymore.
Did you talk about did you talk about fan fiction? Were you finally like, okay, I can open up about fan fiction? And then your therapist was like, I'm leaving.
Emma, I was ready to bring up some stuff with her that I was like, okay, I finally have the guts to say it. And then she was like, I'm leaving. And then, but I was like going out of town, so I wasn't even gonna get to see her again. She knew.
That's too scary.
I mean, I wasn't specifically gonna be like, hey, I read this fan fiction that, like, rocked my brain so hard I was in a dissociative state for, like, you know, a whole day or whatever, but there was important stuff that I wanted to bring up. Yeah. And she left. No, yeah, so I don't have a therapist right now.
Well.
Pretty cool.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Good. Doing awesome. Anyway, Emma, what were your quiz results?
My result, which this makes sense to something that I said earlier, I got Aunt Millicent. So that just speaks for itself. There's a high possibility you're going to be the mysterious family member who lives in a fun location and no one knows how you make your money. Bisexual? ? Do you experience gender envy ? You have an infectious personality and everyone loves being around you, even though you might not understand why. Depression ? Probably. This is by far the coolest Barbie movie character and sugar mommy goals, so good for you. Thank you, Emma, from the past, who made this quiz.
Yeah, thank you. Me to me.
Yeah,
thanks,
me
bud.
to me. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
The energy. The light from a refrigerator in a dark kitchen. Popcorn kernels at the bottom of a bag. Kermit the Frog playing Rainbow Connection on his banjo in the swamp. tall, fancy windows, dust covering dark wooden furniture, wall sconces, and that one Naruto Shippuden opening song.
See, okay, and you put that, and one of my friends got Aunt Millicent, and she was like, specifically which opening?
It's either called Bluebird or Blue Jay. I think it's Bluebird.
Okay.
That one.
Yeah, I don't actually know the tune at all, so I was just singing a completely random.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Love Naruto.
Cool.
I've never seen it. About it. I've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
But it's part of the aesthetic. So
it's part of the aesthetic. Do you want me to read the top 3?
Yeah, so we had 500 something people take this quiz.
Yeah.
And mostly I did want to see, like, who were the most popular characters.
The top 3 are Elena with 53 from Fairytopia.
Fairytopia, yeah, the main character.
Here's the description. My friend Ethan got Elena, and I think that's pretty good.
Happy for him.
Are you okay? Just because you can do everything by yourself does not mean you have to. You have at least 2 really close friends who are probably absolutely unhinged, but ultimately pretty reliable. Change is scary, but you adapt to new situations pretty well. You're a natural leader and quick thinker. There's not a problem you can't fix. On the outside, you appear level-headed and calm, but who knows what's going on in your head. Your energy. The sun peeking between the mountains and dark clouds. Shiny rocks. The texture of rose petals. Boxes stacked in an empty room. Curtains blowing in the wind. I really like that one because when I figured out Elena as a character, I immediately was, are you okay?
Yeah.
If someone's like an Elena Kinney, like, are you doing okay?
Are you alright? Where's their therapist? Okay? That's the question.
Yeah, where's their therapist?
Yeah.
Julian was the second highest.
I wanted to get Julian so bad, and no matter how I didn't change my answers in, like, a cheating way, but I was like, okay, let me see what these possibilities are, and I got Renee
and
twice,
I think Renee's good for you.
Yeah, I think Renee's good for me,
you got
too, but
Renee, and then you did retake it to try and get Julian, and you got Renee again, and that just proves that my quiz knows who you are.
Your quiz knows, exactly. All right, Julian.
Okay, so here's Julian. You like the classics, and you're probably a sucker for romance. You're probably really smart and have the superior knowledge in your friend group. You're very polite to strangers, but very different with your friends, maybe a little unhinged. You're responsible, but not the responsible friend. You know what you want, but are hesitant in achieving it. You look very put together on the outside, but who knows what's going on the inside. It's okay to be a little insecure in your relationships, but you shouldn't worry because everybody loves you. Your energy. Handwritten letters, warm blankets right after you take them out of the dryer, the mark that hair ties leave on your wrists, suede, plants, and indirect sunlight.
Interesting.
So that's Julian.
Let me just say, anyone who took our quiz and got Julian, my DMs are open.
My DMs are open to all those Julian Kinneys out there. Hello. Hello. There is 46 of them, so.
Come find me.
Hello. I am right here.
I'm right here. Come on. Okay,
so
what's
funny.
The third one?
Melody from Diamond Castle. She's the annoying girl in the mirror, just for a reminder for everybody.
Yeah, love her.
You might be a little annoying, and it doesn't bother anyone, but you're still insecure about it. Gifted kid burnout. You have huge dreams that everyone thinks are unrealistic, but you'll make them happen. You probably believe in manifestation, and your astrology chart is really important to you. You love music, and you might be a theater or a choir kid. Your energy. Damp grass. The opening to an orchestra pit in an old stage. Wallpaper that's more like carpet. Elementary school hallways. Big puffy clouds. Foggy mirrors. Now, what I think is really funny is, Ellie, our friend Trevor.
Our friend Trevor, yes.
Our friend Trevor.
Both of our friends.
He got Melody, and he is a theater and band teacher.
Yes.
And he got so mad at me. He got so mad at me.
It is a little too accurate for him.
It's a little too accurate. 45 people got Melody.
Okay, that's interesting that that's so popular. Good for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Final thoughts.
There is one other thing I want to mention, actually.
Oh, go for it.
After I made the quiz, I posted it on my TikTok, and somebody commented, feel free to use my thing in your podcast, check it out, right? So this girl, she had like a fun little Barbie experience at like a icon that she was at or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
really
I remember
fun.
this.
Her is Nerdy Princess Blog, and her content is just so fun, and it's so cute.
It is incredibly fun.
Oh, story time, Architect Barbie.
National Girl Scouts Convention.
There you go.
And
National Girl Scouts Convention.
Manning the Thin Mint sample station. Awesome.
That's so cute.
Hi, we're looking for actors to help volunteer over at the Barbie booth. We heard you might be interested. I was like, yeah. She goes, great. Well, we're celebrating Barbie's Career of the Year, and this year she's an architect. And I was like, I'm your girl. So they like dressed me up. I had a cute little blazer. I had a little skirt with blueprints on it.
Oh my gosh.
And I just got to like be in front of like crowds of girls all day saying, you know, hi girls, do you know what an architect does? Let me tell you. And just like talking about architecture and school and like answering all their questions. It was awesome. And then we like colored these little houses that popped out of cardboard paper, and you could build a little like model Barbie house. It was so cute.
Gosh.
And then they gave me an architect Barbie, and now she lives on my desk in the architecture studio.
Isn't that so cool?
That's so freaking fun.
I
See, and that's
just thought
the
that was
thing
so
about,
cool.
Like, there are plenty of things to criticize about corporations and how they monetize and like appeal to women in like money driven ways. So you know, plenty of things to criticize there about like Mattel and like their company history, but there is something so special about seeing Barbie, and also how Barbie has evolved since I was really young. I had a whole collection of Barbies, like just a ton of them, and I wish I still had them. I wanted to start collecting them again as an adult, because like just in the last year, because of pandemic regression, actually, but it was still like, I just love the diversity and also the messages about like the idea that women can be anything.
Yeah.
And like they can contribute in meaningful ways, but it's also about personal growth. It isn't putting your worth as a person into what you can do to for other people or what you can give. It is also about the things that you can learn and you can grow as a person for your own like development, while also building relationships with other women. And like, I don't know, I mean, people joke about the idea of like girl power and stuff, because that has been co-opted by like movements that don't have real girl power like interest or anything. Like they don't have women's best interests at heart. But I don't know, there's just something really lovely about the Barbie movies and the like morals and the messages that they teach, and how the messages that I've internalized from that media has like been a net positive. Like it's only really been good things. It's just nice having that media, and like, I mean, even like the, you know, the Barbie dolls, but seeing people that care so much about what is being taught to young girls and using that opportunity in like the best way, instead of like exploiting it. You know?
Definitely.
Love Barbie. Love the Barbie Cinematic Universe. I hope it continues forever.
Barbie, getting back into Barbie movies for this episode was actually really beneficial for me. Not just because I love Barbie, but also because I realized that like Barbie is so inspiring. She has had over 200 careers. And that made me realize, I was like, okay, I'm literally only not even 20 years old. I don't have to start a career yet. I can do so many different things if I want to. Barbie did.
Barbie did that.
Barbie did that. I could do that.
Yeah.
I'm not 200 plus careers, but like, I don't have to start something serious, you know? Like, there's so much pressure in the world.
To settle into one thing immediately.
Yes, exactly. I think Barbie is just so good for so many different things. I love her.
And I also love, for the movies specifically, seeing women in... Like, okay, there are plenty of men that are involved in the films. Like, not all of the films are directed by women, but there are several women that are, like, core to the whole series since the very beginning. And, like, you can tell.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell. And that's always nice to see because, like, if there isn't real representation and support off-screen behind the scenes... seeing those messages being told on screen feels hollow, you know, because it isn't being represented. It isn't doing any real life good, you know. So it's just like kind of ironic. But here it just feels like there's a lot of good things happening on and off screen, and that's really nice to see because then it feels even better to support something like that because you're also celebrating real life women's careers.
Yeah. Barbie good.
Barbie good, dude.
Barbie good.
Thanks, Barbie.
Thank you, Barbie.
What have we got coming up? We are doing Percy Jackson, where Emma grades me. I never read Percy Jackson. I have almost no connection to it.
Yes. I read Percy Jackson and I'm rereading it right now. So I'm very excited to do that.
After that, we are finally... I've been avoiding doing it for so long, but I finally caved, and we're going to do My Hero Academia episode. Emma and I accidentally watched the whole first season.
Whoops.
Of the show. Oops. All berries.
Oopsie. Oops, all berries.
Oops, all...
Plus Ultra.
All Plus Ultra. All Detroit Smash. Shut up. So now that we've watched the first season, we're like, oh, we should probably do an episode before we like finish the whole show.
Maybe.
Feel free to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at PodNoContext. Let us know what you thought. Let us know if you took our Barbie quiz of what character you got.
Please. And the link is up on all of our social media. So you still can take that. I would love for you to take that. And please, let me know your thoughts. I want to know if you think it's accurate or not.
And on our social medias, we'll probably do quizzes like this in the future and like incorporate them more into our episodes. So like, don't be shy. That's all, folks.
That's all, folks. This has been us.
Goodbye. We are signing off. I have just received word that Tika the elephant has officially been death penaltied during the recording of this episode. So pour one out. The evil has been defeated.
Let me go pop a bottle of champagne.
I'm ready to celebrate.
This is a day for celebration.
Thank you, everyone. We will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.